Kickout Crew. James L. Corey, Brad Stanton, Coach Rosie, Adam from Bama, Mike Whitaker, Devyn Dowling. The Kickout Crew Podcast. Available on all major podcast platforms, and watch videos exclusively on YouTube.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 42 of your show, The Kickout Crew. That's right. And by the way, if you don't know, you can reach us at Twitter at Kickout Crew. You can watch us on YouTube because we're pretty hilarious. And you can listen to us wherever you get your podcast because, you know, you may need to put some earbuds in. That being said, I want to welcome everybody to episode 42. Thanks for the awesome feedback on episode 41. I want to thank our friends for, all the feedback and all the funny times. And if you didn't watch the video version, you missed a little something extra, like a little peek behind the curtain, breaking that kayfabe, I guess. But so check that out if you haven't. But yes, I am James L. Corey. Once again, you are on your show, The Kickout Crew. And that being said, let's fucking get this train rolling. And I'm going to kick it on over to Brad. So, Brad, what you got for us this week?
Well, it wouldn't be an episode of the Kickout Crew with something in the life of Brad this week. Nothing major, just something to go over real quick. So my wife, all of a sudden we're watching a show and we had to stop everything. Why? Because my daughter Lotus's AirPods are missing. Okay. Everything gets put on hold. Lotus's AirPods are missing. We got to hit pause. Everything gets shut down. So she starts tracking it on her phone where these AirPods are. It actually says it's across the street at our neighbor's house. I'm like, well, honey, I'm sure it's not. I mean, we don't live in a neighborhood where the houses are like 3 miles apart. Okay, we live pretty close to each other here. She goes, no, he does have a daughter. He does have a son. I'm like, hon, this is a guy I've known for 15 years. They gave you coats and everything when you guys were outside and the fire was going on. Remember him? Yeah, and he also put my driveway in. Yeah. So she messages him. Nothing gets, it's like 10 minutes. He doesn't get back to her. She goes, yeah, this is a little suspicious. I'm like, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, huh? Boy, I hope he listens to this, by the way. Hope he listens. So finally, after 10 minutes, he goes, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know I don't know where they are. And she's like, I'm like, all right, hon, he got back to you. He said he doesn't know where they are. He goes, that doesn't mean that his daughter and his son don't have them. I'm like, that's absolutely true, but it doesn't mean he has them. So again, he actually messages back again and says, yeah, I'm sorry. I looked around the house. I looked in the yard. And I can't find them. So now they're out front, both of them with their phone flashlights on, looking through the yard for everything. I'm like, oh man, now it's 10:30, 11 o'clock. Halfway through this show, all this for the AirPods that, by the way, said they were last there on January 27th, which is a while ago. A couple more hours go by. Guess where they were? They were in her car the whole time. Had to disrupt the neighbor, had to accuse him of being a thief, his kids of being thieves, because they're those kinds of people. They were in her car the whole time dead. Everything had to stop for her because her AirPods were missing. I know that's just a small story, but it's just like
a small story, man. It's your neighbor. You got to see this person.
I like him. I like him.
Out there,
Same name, Brad. Second thing is, and guys, I'm sorry, but I got to do this. As we record this weekend, the Philadelphia Eagles are in the Super Bowl. Fly, Eagles, fly, Devyn. Fly, Eagles, fly. And I hate to break it to you, Zol, but it's going to be a win for them birds. Not them boys, them birds. And guess what, Devyn? Your team sucks, by the way. Your team sucks real bad.
My team sucks when we don't have a quarterback.
Well, why don't you hire a third string, pal?
We did, and a fourth string, and they all got hurt.
Yeah, well, maybe you should get an offensive line. or something like
excuses.
that.
See you next year, Brad.
I have never
Good
seen
luck. Go
a
beat the
team
Chiefs.
just-
I hate Pat Mahomes, so go beat the Chiefs.
What?
Hey,
I've
Brad.
never seen a team have the easiest path to the Super Bowl in my entire life.
Easiest path. How'd you do with them? How did the Dallas Cowboys do with the San Francisco 49ers?
Oh, well, we actually played Brock Purdy when he could feel his arm and not a fourth-string quarterback.
Maybe if you sacked the quarterback, you would be in great shape. We went after a rookie quarterback. Go figure. What a strategy that is to go after a rookie quarterback.
Hey, don't worry. This is going to age really well.
So anyway, that's this weekend. It's going to age fine. As we all know, we record a week ahead of time, but it's going to be this weekend as this episode drops. Fly, Eagles, fly.
That is at Yes Man
James.
Brad. You can send your fucking Mahomes jersey, 2-time Super Bowl champion here in a couple weeks. You can send that to Brad.
Brad, I'll go
they-
for the Eagles just for you.
Thanks, pal.
Just for you.
Thanks, pal.
But you know what? Tell them about those headphones.
I'm like legit agitated that fucking shit
love it.
on our podcast.
When my kids have their headphones, I can't stand when they don't have their headphones in and they're watching their tablet and they'll watch like a little TikTok video that's like 5 seconds long and it repeats itself over and over and over and over. I can't not stand that shit. And they'll be like right there beside me, full blast.
Show me the life hack
watching
that you would think they do. I hate that one.
I can't stand it. Something stupid, and it plays for like 5 seconds, and then repeats itself. I can't stand it. So headphones are good. Everybody wear your headphones.
$100 plus that we can't find, and we blame the neighbors for it. But
Especially when you listen to Kick Out Crew, put your headphones in.
Well, yeah, you definitely have to listen to your headphones in because we
Might
are
get in
explicit
trouble.
humor.
True.
Explicit.
I want to add
Made
in
for-
on the
I have to
headphone
check.
talk.
Not made for kids every episode.
I completely understand Lotus's standpoint.
Lotus
Like-
didn't have anything to do with it. But go ahead.
Well, you said that she was looking everywhere for her headphones. I can't do anything without my AirPods. Well, except this podcast because I use these.
After 5 days of them missing, she realized they were gone. All of a sudden, now it's an emergency.
Okay. All right.
If
Never
you're
mind.
watching
I use
TV.
mine every single day at work.
Drop
so.
everything. Something you lost 4 days ago is now important.
The false accusations against the neighbor is something that's gonna like you think that guy's just gonna be like, your water under the bridge, that's something he
No, I mean,
that's gonna be.
She phrased it in a way that she said, "Hey, did you find something in your yard?" But then it was a whole different story in the living room with me. You know what I mean?
They stole it.
Like, yeah, I don't know. She doesn't trust anybody though. You know that we have a camera in my living room, so we know we don't.
Right.
We know where the trust lies.
I mean, I
can't
can
even
hear it
pick
for
my-
security issues, but it is weird that people
Yeah.
when people have cameras inside. That's a little strange to me. I
I
get
can't
it
even
for
pick my
security,
nose.
but
You know,
you know,
pick my nose without everybody knowing about it. But anyway, go ahead, James. Back to you,
Right.
pal.
Great story, Brad. Great story. As always.
All right, Brad. Well, appreciate that. Got to have your eyes and ears on the ground, old true crime McGriff or whatever. Is that it? McGruff? McGriff, whatever. Somebody will correct me.
Shout out old cartoons.
McGriff played for the Atlanta Braves.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking favorite part of last week. Shout out to old cartoons. I couldn't stop laughing.
Dude, the video version, you're just leaking beer, which you can see on last week's episode 41.
Exclusively on YouTube.
Boom. Oh boy, we are off to one today. Fucking plugging everything. Like the cold, refreshing taste of Natural Light.
Speaking of plugging everything, Nitro Pepsi.
Oh, fuck.
Get it out of the way right now, man. This is what we do. These are
Yeah.
our
Freaking Adam
advertisements.
leaves. Adam
Let's
leaves.
get
Adam
advertisements
thirsty.
out.
You know they're never going to sponsor us, right?
Not
Why
with
would
that
they have
attitude.
to? They work for free. We work for
One
free.
guy out of five likes him. Everybody else talks shit on him. They're not going to sponsor it.
For real.
I've gotten 200 people to try Nitro Pepsi with this.
200 my fucking ass.
You know one who hasn't? This one right here. Never done it.
200. Where do
Well, you should. This shit is tasty. It's delicious. It's smooth.
Shout out
That's a
Code
blow
Red.
bubbles.
That's the only Pepsi product I fuck with. Code
No.
Red.
If I go to a store and I want to drink, I want to be able to open it up and drink it. I don't want to have to sit there and pour it in a glass. No, fuck all that. It
Yeah,
tastes
okay,
flat
but-
if you don't.
Yes, a lot of
I
it.
don't need no mini science experiment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Devyn. And
I
he likes
think it's
saying
good.
Goliath.
Stop shitting on it. Let's move on. Back to you, James.
Exactly. All right. Well, thanks for that word from our non-sponsors. People that we actually pay money to. Boom. But that being said, I guess we're on to Mike. So, Mike, what you got for us?
I got something crazy for y'all. And I want to ask you guys a question because this happened to me today. What is the craziest thing that you guys have eaten?
Sorry.
Wow.
Food-wise.
You mean like actually
Talking
digested?
food, right? Like you talking
Yeah,
food?
food-wise, food.
Gotcha.
That's why we're explicit in
And
here.
Whether you liked it or not, prefer something that you like oh, that's, that actually is pretty good.
I
Boy,
didn't
Summer's
like
Eve
it.
did a good job on that flavor. You know what I'm saying?
I actually have had an escargot snail before. That's probably the weirdest thing I think I've ever eaten. And no, I'm
I've
good.
had that before. That was pretty good. I could eat it every now and then, like once every 5 years. But yeah.
Once every 5 years, whether you need it or not. I agree.
Yeah.
Anybody else ever eat anything weird there, Adam?
Well, I remember this one time, whenever I went to Florida.
Hey, he's so good at that.
Oh, this guy. Huh?
Yeah.
One thing I will never eat again. I'll never eat that again.
Oh. All right, Devyn.
Gator. I haven't had anything crazy. Gator.
So, Gator, I've tried Gator jerky because
Gator.
this place
Tastes
in
like
Lake
beef jerky.
Placid, in Lake Placid, place near my hometown, well, a couple hours away, they have a big jerky place and they have a bunch of different jerkies. So I've tried like ostrich jerky. I've tried kangaroo jerky. Gator jerky was another cool one. But they all pretty much taste the same as bear jerky.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
Whatever,
Exactly.
dude. No Man's Land, shout out. That's the best jerky out there. And deer jerky. Bomb.
Homemade,
Hell
yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
The weirdest, grossest thing I've ever had though is I tried octopus leg, and like it still had the suction things on it. Is at this like Asian restaurant near here.
They have legs?
Well, whatever they're called.
Tentacles.
Educated man.
That's,
Devyn is educated, ladies and gentlemen.
Calamari, right? Same thing.
Stenographer.
Calamari. The same thing as that.
Yeah.
Those are good too. I like that.
What did you
is
say, James? Did you
I'm
say
trying
what?
to think. Like I've had. See, you guys. I haven't had these, but it is funny that we're talking about weird food. Calf fries. People actually eat those. You Google it.
Cat fries.
Calf fries. It's fried.
Oh, cat fries.
You know what it is. It's fried balls, like fried bull balls. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. There's
Mountain
a
oysters?
big old festival in Oklahoma about it,
So, but you ate them, right?
No, why am I? Well, I'm gonna eat some
that
nuts.
has to be
sorry.
something
No.
something that you put in your mouth, you chewed up, and you swallowed.
I'll tell you one thing. Hey, James, you might have done this. You're a fraternity guy. And now there was a party I used to go to every year, and it was called a Bayou party. Okay. And at the Bayou party, they had this gigantic fish tank. Okay. And the goal was to swallow as many live goldfish as you could.
Ooh.
We did not. No.
Oh,
Maybe I had no idea where that conversation was going when you started it. But
so
no.
I actually had
not us.
I actually had 14 live goldfish.
Ooh, nice. There you go.
At our bid day,
Chew
we
them
had a
up or
fucking
swallow them whole?
Two-story beer bong, and you had to try the two-story beer bong. That was fun.
Devyn, telling you right now, it's easier to swallow them whole, wiggling down your throat too, buddy.
Oh, speaking of, last Friday my goldfish died. It was 7 years old.
You always have an animal that dies.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
We got it at the fair and put it in a tank and everything.
Oh, well,
It was 7 years old.
They're doomed from the start.
Nice.
It made us 7 years. I was happy with that. R.I.P. Goldie.
Those stupid things right there I always do. So, like me, I've tried escargot. I've tried like squid, frog legs, gator tail, all that other stuff. Today, however, for the first time, we had to once a week at work, we do a Mexican restaurant. We get tacos and everything else, and they had some kind of special thing. I couldn't tell you what the name of it was, but it was some kind of soup that had some meat and stuff like that in it. So I tried it, ate it, and I asked the girl what it was, after I got done eating it, and it is goat intestines.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
That a boy.
I'm not doing that. Did you like it?
It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not eating that. I don't care how good it is.
I'm not gonna eat
like
it again now that I know what
No,
it
why would
is.
that even
But
be a thing?
I mean, it wasn't too bad.
You think that's one of those things like, well, we got to eat all the goat.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
100%.
was, but it was goat intestines. So first
no.
time having it. Wasn't too bad. Would I eat it again? Probably not, because I felt sick
Did it have
after
a
I
weird
learned what it was. Do what?
How was the aftertaste?
Aftertaste wasn't bad.
All right,
But
so
it
let
was
me ask you
also,
He
there
never
wasn't
said
a
he
lot
got
of.
sick.
No, I didn't say I got sick. I
What'd
said
you
I
say?
felt sick afterward, like nauseous. I'm like, ugh, fuck, is that really what I ate? But
No,
goat intestines.
not
Goat
doing it.
intestines.
But you were correct.
I was
First of all,
expecting like cow tongue or something. But
Not doing that either.
no, I haven't had cow tongue. I had chicken feet though.
No.
Yeah, I've had
I've
that.
had squirrel.
And that
Don't like
brown
that. No,
jar,
squirrel I
the brown
eat.
jar. Oh, that's pig feet with the brown jar. Get the fuck out of here with that. What about those freaking eggs that are at the bar that are red over in the corner? That like,
Pickled
all right,
eggs?
first off, I'm sitting, but I'm sitting at the bar. What are they called? And you're sitting at the bar and you're gonna be eating those? Yeah, man, you're gonna be getting laid later by yourself.
Yeah, those things are amazing.
If they're
Yeah,
red,
well-
then I think that means they were like used with the sausage already, and then homemade
sure I'm
eggs
gonna
put in there.
Destroyed. I'm gonna get destroyed when they hear this episode. But it's in
Yeah.
that big glass thing with the red, and people are just eating them. Like, get the fuck out of here. Go home.
They're fucking good. I've not had.
Don't eat them at a bar, weirdo. You drink beer at a bar, and that's it. You maybe have some pretzels and some snacks. Hell out of here with your freaking red.
And eat some nasty ass
Great
eggs.
topic, Mike. Great topic.
There could be a lot more nastier things that you can eat when you leave that bar besides those eggs.
Amen.
Boom.
And that's why you have headphones on.
And that's you talking about horrible aftertaste.
Summer's Eve can't even help that one. Oh,
Everybody
God.
else, y'all tell us. Send it on Twitter. What's the nastiest thing that you ate that
Food.
you enjoy?
It doesn't have a name. You can't put a name to it.
Yeah.
Fuck names.
Names
All right.
only mean emotional attachment.
All right, we beat this to death. You're as James would say, is that all you got, Mike?
That's it.
All right.
Fuck it.
Well, let's just keep on chomping away at this episode. My goodness, we are on a roll now. And I guess that brings us to today's agenda, Brad. So what is today's agenda?
So finally, we are concluding this rivalry series that, man, oh man, am I ready to be done with. So, well, the last two matches we're going to be doing here are Becky versus Charlotte, Survivor Series 2021, and the Great Glacier versus Wrath, Great American Bash 1990.
7.
All right, 7.
I'm going to get to end this rivalry crap with the most garbage match you can find.
Yeah, who picked we need to shout out the people who picked these rivalry matches.
That would be Brad on that one.
Your show, ladies and gentlemen. I guess it's Brad's show.
But anyway, that's what we're doing today. And of course, the shenanigans. Back to you, James.
Well, it's your show, Brad, so I'm glad that you got to pick once again. Haven't you done like 3 of these matches in this rivalry series?
Well, when we're all like, what are the matches again? I just right went in there and you guys are like, okay, maybe that was right.
I mentioned this match weeks ago, and then you brought it back up. So I think that's why it's on this
Gotcha.
Wrath?
show. No, not the Wrath match. You can have all the credit for that one.
Yeah.
I'll just tell
I was like,
everyone.
oh, yeah,
what's
fine.
up with
It was
that
all
one.
your idea, Devyn. You're right. It was your
Nope.
idea. See, James? It was Devyn's idea. Just like everything else.
Right. Sometimes I really like just being a person on the show because I don't get blamed for all of this trash. Speaking of trash, boy, do we have an exciting match number. No, this one's actually a really good match.
All right, we're not there.
The
We need
trash
to be
is the
drunker for
second
that.
match.
Drunker for that one. Okay.
Yeah, right. But we are going to open it with a very good rivalry, 2 very good women in a great match. It is Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch from, you guessed it, because Brad just said it, Survivor Series in 2021 took place November 21st of that year, 2021. It emanated from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Shout out Jay-Z. You're welcome. Had an attendance of 15,120. Had a match length of a little over 18 minutes. And Meltzer gave this one 4 1/4.
Great.
Whatever. But that being said, the more important thing is how we got there. So, Devyn, how did we get there?
So I think that Michael Cole actually said it best on this one. As Becky Lynch was coming to the ring, Michael Cole said this quote: "The history between these two women began in July of 2015. Alongside Sasha Banks, they would begin the women's revolution in WWE. Over the years, these two women have battled for championships inside Hell in a Cell, Last Man Standing. Both were in the first ever TLC match for women. Becky eliminated Charlotte from the Rumble. Becky beat Charlotte and Ronda Rousey in the main event of WrestleMania. And here we go again tonight." So at the time, Becky Lynch was the Raw Women's Champion. Recently came back at SummerSlam and defeated Bianca Belair in like 12 seconds. Charlotte Flair was the reigning SmackDown Women's Champion. And for Survivor Series, the theme was champion versus champion. And that's how this match came.
All right.
Nice.
Well, here
Well,
we
you
have
missed the belt throwing incident thing on I don't know if that was on Raw or SmackDown when they had to switch titles.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
that's
gonna
on
get to that.
SmackDown.
Don't worry. I'm going to bring that up, James. Don't worry. But we didn't all go all the way back to the Rumble, did we, Devyn?
Kind of. Becky eliminated Charlotte from it.
Great job, Devyn. Great job. All right, so Becky won. So we have Becky versus Charlotte. Becky's the Raw champ versus Charlotte the SmackDown champ. Becky won against Belair at SummerSlam, like Devyn just said, in very quick fashion. Mike, what did you think when that happened, when Becky beat Bianca so quickly?
Surprise.
Man, I'll tell you what. There are times, Mike, when you have these dynamite drop-ins that just don't quit. And that, my friend.
You knew it was going to happen. I
didn't know shit, dude. But I'll tell you what I did know. That answer.
She just came back. She just had a kid. When she left, she was the champion. When she comes back, she's going to be the champion. What better way to do it than that'll come in and kick ass?
Adam, is Charlotte the better wrestler between her and her father?
Oh, yeah, that's 100%. Even he'll admit it. If you listen to this podcast, he'll tell you she's passed him beyond what he ever thought he could do.
He's been on, too. You can check the archives.
So, James, how did you feel at the time about the swap of the two titles on the show because they switched brands? It happened once before, I believe, with the New Day and the Street
Usos,
Profits.
I think, wasn't it?
Yes. No,
Street Profits. That's right.
Can't believe I pulled that on my.
I mean, what? Yeah.
Same time, wasn't it?
I think
Same year?
so. Damn close. Somebody will correct that.
So what'd you think, James?
I mean, it kind of sounds silly when you think about it. I guess it's for story purposes, or who's gonna match up with who on what brand. But it is weird to be like, "This is our company. You're both champions, but you gotta flip them." Like, I mean, then why didn't you book it that way? It's kind of weird to think about.
And they actually get credit for that, getting that other title.
Yeah, because I think that put the New Day into a record, I believe, when they did it.
And I heard maybe they took it back, but whatever the case is, it confuses things for sure. Devyn, is there real heat here between these two competitors?
Yeah, absolutely. Recently, around this time, there was rumors going around on Twitter that there was a lot of backstage heat between Charlotte and Becky. So they're just running their mouths to each other behind the scenes.
Do you think it was more competitive heat or personal heat?
Do we ever really know?
I agree with Mike.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's more competitive. I mean, they're all competitive for the same thing, and they're, Charlotte, Becky, Sasha, they're all, right there. So, do you think? I think it's more competitive heat instead of personal heat.
I think they exaggerated it for sure. That's what.
Yeah. I mean, they'll still go out there and have a beer together or something like that. But when it comes to in the ring, there's going to be Hey, I'm showing you I'm the best. I'm number one.
Not gonna be any beer with those abs. Let me tell you. There's gonna be some vodka and soda, maybe soda water.
Cranberry juice.
And let me, Devyn,
And
just
that
going back.
ass-
Devyn, getting back to you real quick on this. I just want the people at home to understand that maybe don't understand the whole Survivor Series thing. This is not to unify the belts, correct?
Absolutely not. This is literally just for bragging rights. All the
Okay,
champions of the Raw show face all of the champions of the SmackDown show.
Perfect. So that's everybody at home, just so you understand. This is the two brands come together for one special event. It's just for bragging rights. No one is changing the titles at this particular time, at least.
So then why
Charlotte
they
out
not
first.
play the pay-per-view bragging rights?
I don't have an answer for that, Mike, but thanks for asking. Hey, Mike, speaking of you, Charlotte's out first. Does she have the best entrance of any female performer?
Oh,
Help me God.
no, yes,
Right.
no, because we got Naomi with the glowing stuff. Yes, that was pretty badass.
Good answer.
Yeah, I'm just glad it wasn't Alexa
I mean,
Bliss. That's all I got to say.
Charlotte's
I thought he
a
was going there.
upgraded, modified Ric Flair entrance. Naomi's completely different. So with that
So
glow
do
and
you
everything
like-
else, I mean, we just had a whole match compared to her entrance. Like that's technically what they did it off of.
That's true.
Did you like the braids here?
Charlotte's.
She's the only one that had
It
it.
was all right. I like Becky Lynch's outfit better, but
Yeah, I'm not asking you about that.
that's
Though.
another story.
James, run through the announcers me.
I believe this is an A-list team right here. I think that they, if they were to do like a primetime wrestling thing or something, this would be the fucking commentary booths to have, and it'd be really awesome. It is, pardon me, Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and my man, welcome back, Pat McAfee.
Awesome.
Love it.
What did you think of? Hey, Devyn, what did you think of Becky's entrance?
Becky, she's the man. I love her entrance. And all
You know what?
red. It
It's
was
changed
just
so many
fire.
times over the years. What's your favorite version?
The man.
Yeah.
I just love the man. She comes
Big
out
time
with the
Bex
attitude,
sucks.
with the glasses, the sunglasses. Just, she's ready to rock and roll.
Adam, are you in the room? Okay, so we're gonna go right back to you, Devyn. Has she ever truly gotten her steam back from when she left from maternity leave?
You mean like current day right now?
Like, she was like, has she ever gotten her? Yeah, she left for maternity leave, obviously, and she was on top. Did she ever truly get her steam back from that?
I don't believe so. Because they immediately put her as a heel, Becky,
Boom.
and going after Bianca. They should have pulled in all the publicity and all the fan favor that Becky was going to get and just wrote her as a babyface.
So she
left as the big baby face,
Yeah. Giving the Raw belt to Asuka.
So Becky in the red with her hair down. James, do you think this is the best she's ever looked here?
Well, yeah, because she's a mother now, and a mother's body is just something to behold.
Oh, look who's back.
But no,
I said I'd be right back.
she was looking damn good as she usually does. Charlotte was looking great as usual, but yeah, I mean, I've kind of had a thing. This is kind of weird question to ask me, Brad. Put me on the spot about like talking about a lady's looks, but yeah, shout out. Roll Tide. Hey man,
man.
you make me out to be like a sex dog,
You're allowed
This
to
is-
find women attractive, James.
Oh,
This is
well,
one of my favorite.
both
This is
of
my
them in the
favorite version
ring.
of Charlotte.
What'd you say, Adam?
Charlotte looked great, like as far as physically, in the ring, everything. This is one of my favorite versions of Charlotte right here in this time period.
Yeah, she really accentuated the butt curve. She had like where the cheeks kind of have that good, like the good curvature. Because women have nice asses sometimes, but it's not like
Now he's talking.
This
Now
one
it's
What
okay.
about Becky?
like the under cheek butt
You were-
curve.
You asked for this, Brad.
You wouldn't say
What
that
about
freaking
Becky?
Becky was pretty, but now all of a sudden we have an ass curve.
Yeah, but what about Becky?
Becky's beautiful right here
Roll
too.
Tide. I've always liked Becky.
Okay,
yeah.
but I mean, here, this is after she had the baby, right? And
Right.
she's a lot skinnier than she was before she
Yeah.
left.
Because she's
So-
big time Bex at this point.
I mean, I think she was hotter before she had the baby.
That's gonna be awesome for the listeners.
No, I'm just saying, like, I mean, she just had, I don't know.
You're a
She had-
country boy. You're like a woman with meat on her bones.
Yeah. So, I mean, when she came back, I'm not saying she didn't look bad, nothing like that. It
was just a visual difference, right?
Yeah, you can tell in her face and
I'm
everything
trying
else.
to bail you out, Bubba. I'm trying.
I know, but
this is
You know who can bail him out? Me. Quick start. Look at this uncontrollable anger. Disarmor blocked by Charlotte. Kick to Charlotte's, I don't know, something. Spear by Charlotte. Mike, with this quick start to the match, were you invested early?
nope.
Man, I'll tell you. No. And
I
no.
was.
Fucking great, man. Great.
It added to their rivalry of how they've been going back and forth. It showed that they couldn't wait to get their hands on each other.
No,
I agree.
But
I thought it was really good. That's what I was looking for, Mike. But you know what? Good, Adam. Very good.
don't harp
in the
on
middle,
Mike,
in the
man.
middle of the match, I liked it when they were sitting there on their like face to face, yelling at each other and screaming. It's just coming up, I guess. You haven't got to that point yet. But
What are you saying, James? James,
Oh,
what do you got?
Mike is Socrates, man. Like, I think you calm down on him. You know, like, hey, what was it? You can't sit down if you're standing up, or what the fuck did he say?
Then I'll tell you.
Oh, God.
Freaking podcast gold.
Dude.
All right. So,
Now, when I was, whatever, when I was editing it, played that back like 5 times. Check that out on last week's episode 41. Mike is Socrates.
And on TikTok.
James, did you feel they were selling how personal this was?
Yes, but I don't think it was that hard to, I guess is what I was about to say before I fumbled all over my words. Yeah, supposedly there's some real heat, so yeah, wasn't hard to sell, like sell this hate.
So Becky Chance, backbreaker by Charlotte. Adam, we know Charlotte is the better wrestler, but is she the better performer too, or is Becky the better performer?
Right here, I think Charlotte has the edge before Becky just gets over the top, like Seth Rollins, how they go over the top with the outrageous suits and everything. But I think just Charlotte just has the overall package.
Okay. So Charlotte drives Becky's shoulder first into the post, out of the ring. Devyn, why do you think they keep turning Charlotte babyface back and forth?
I think Charlotte's able to easily be a babyface. She can draw the crowd if they need to, and I think that she can elevate any of the heels that they want to elevate. So I think it's all about that. It's Charlotte elevating everyone else as a babyface.
Devyn, do you think she makes a better babyface or heel then?
Heel, 100%. Charlotte Flair, any Flair. Heel, 100%.
Man, I was listening to her Busted Open recently, though. She is a nice person. I mean,
she is. She knows how to work the crowd to be that heel.
She does. She's really good.
I'd much rather her heel. I'll cheer for her more as a heel instead of a babyface.
She's going to be your 37-time champ one day.
Oh, big
Keep that in mind. Becky going off on Charlotte. Leg drop in the back of the neck to Becky. Charlotte out at 2. This is awesome, Chance. Mike, did you feel this was a little premature, or was it deserving this early in the match?
I think the fans were just excited for what they were seeing.
Okay. I'll go with that.
I mean,
I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Might have been a little.
Yeah,
they were just excited. Good.
When it was the opening.
I mean, you got two great performers in the ring, so they're going to be excited to see them in the ring together.
Charlotte into an armbar, into a pin by Becky. James, are you impressed with all the transitions, or does it make you a little dizzy?
There were a lot of smooth transitions. There were some that were a little, shiesty to say the least. But I think as long as they didn't overdo it with like the ridiculousness of it, I think it's okay.
Yeah. Big boot miss back of Charlotte's head, knocks Becky down. So this big boot miss, but then Charlotte kind of backed into her. It looked awkward.
A backwards Glasgow kiss?
Yeah. Adam, did you think this was a work or a capitalized shoot? Do you remember
I think it was about 50-50.
Okay. I couldn't tell. But they definitely. What do you got, Devyn?
I think Charlotte was attempting Andrade's fake knee backhand elbow. And that's my guess at it, because that's the closest thing that I thought it looked like.
That's right. You do have stuff you wrote down here. Hey, Devyn, off of your notes, is Charlotte the greatest women's wrestler?
Absolutely. Absolutely. All hail Queen Charlotte.
100%.
You really think she's the best one out there?
Name
In
one
ring
better
work.
than her. Name
they
one
can't.
woman in ring better than Charlotte Flair.
Becky Lynch. I don't know.
All right. Big
I'm just
boot from
asking,
Charlotte.
there's a lot of them out there. I can't give you an answer right offhand.
Yeah, she's gonna go
It's
down
hard.
as the baddest bitch of all
She's
time.
up there. I'm not saying she's not up there, but just
Make a list, and then
Number one.
we'll make fun of you for it.
this ain't the Jericho show.
Big boot from Charlotte. Becky sells it like a champ. Out of 2. Devyn, who are you pulling for in this match, by the way?
Becky Lynch. I'm a huge Becky Lynch fan. I was in the Barclays Center when she became the man, and I'll always be a Becky fan.
Did you know that Whitaker was there when the NWO was formed? And you were there when the man. I didn't know if you heard or not, Mike.
What's
now
that
we're all
to do with
getting what?
What's that have to do with this match?
I just want people to remember. Mike,
I gotta answer your other question about the better wrestler. The best wrestler, female wrestler.
go ahead.
Alexa Bliss.
Get the fuck out of here.
Knew it.
All right.
Watch her every day. Don't matter what kind of match.
I'm so glad you're next to my list to ask questions. Mike, now we're getting all into the false finishes. Is this what you look forward to? False finishes? Do you enjoy that part of the match?
I do to a certain point. And then there's a certain point where it's like, all right, this is getting old. So yeah, I like it when it's like boom, 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 and then they get on with the match.
James McAfee is calling this an instant classic, and I do think it's a good match. Do you think he's overselling it here?
I think he's a little excited, and he's on a big stage, and I think he's trying to promote it. This is the first match, like on the kickoff, or like kicks off the pay-per-view. So I think he's just trying to set the tone and definitely sell it. I guess could be a little trying too hard type thing.
Yeah. Becky misses the leg drop off the top. Manhandle slam by Becky. I got the name of the move right, Adam. How about that? Infield cover.
That leg drop looked like it hurt.
It did.
Ooh.
Speaking of, shout out to Hulk Hogan. I guess he's having some major back problems right now, and maybe some paralysis. A lot of it having to do with that leg drop that he's been did for a number of years. So hopefully everything works out for the best for him. Charlotte gets a leg on the rope. Adam, hold on. Becky misses the leg drop off the top. Manhandle slam by Becky into the cover. Charlotte gets the leg on the rope. Am I right there? Am I better there, James? Now?
No,
okay.
I have a comment.
Oh, because I was gonna say, Adam, as an in-ring performer, how hard is it to get in position? The positioning right for this?
It's a little tricky. You got to have a little bit of that. You got to know where you're at, because when they start doing your training, what they'll do is one of the first things you'll do before hitting the ropes is you'll do these forward rolls, and what it teaches you is your position in the ring. And if you ever touch a rope, if you get to the middle of the ring, they'll make you start over. So it's a little bit of training to know where you're going to be. I mean, it's you got to know, you got to feel it, because you can't look up and be like, oh, there's the ropes, then throw them down. It makes it look too choreographed.
Gotcha. James, what did you have to say? I'm sorry about that.
That's actually really good shit. Insightful. I was going to say, like, Becky picks her up and does that manhandle slam thing. Kind of looks like a rock bottom type move. And then Pat says, shout out to Red Notice with the manhandle slam. And I thought that was kind of like referencing like 4 things at once. Like, looks like a rock bottom. Rock is in that movie. They're promoting that movie. Becky is like, the red notice. Like, I thought Pat covered a lot of things in that one line. So Pat.
Do you think something like that is fed to Pat, or he's prepared for it, or do you think he just comes off the bat?
I think as the kick out crew, it's just a rough outline.
Yeah. I think he pieced it all together. Maybe they were like, "Hey, you should throw in something," and maybe he was just like, "Boom, like I could drop a nugget right here."
I mean,
Right.
the guy runs his own show. I'm sure most
Oh,
of
yeah.
3
it.
hours a day. Like they do 3 hours a
Yeah.
day. So
Yeah,
he's
he's
got the
Howard
gift of
Stern.
gab, and he's got the gabagool, which you hear in this match. Get the gabagool. Loved
3 hour show a day. Can you freaking imagine, guys? Oh,
every single day.
Hey, I got a
Yeah.
question. James, you brought up Red Notice. Have any of you guys ever watched that movie?
Is that the one with the egg thing?
Yeah, the
Yes,
golden egg.
I've seen it like
God,
3
that
years
was
ago.
this pay-per-view, wasn't it?
yeah, it
Vince
was.
McMahon with the golden egg.
Oh yeah, that's when he gave it to fucking Theory Boy.
The next world champ.
The next world
Man,
champ.
they're always selling us, aren't they? Always selling us. So
Always.
Becky woos and puts Charlotte into the figure 4. Now they're
A
brawling.
modified ankle lock is what I
Sure.
think Corey Graves
Was
called
it
it.
the figure 4 though? Because
Right.
was it?
You're right. I actually started writing that and then crossed it out. Charlotte reverses the pressure at him. No, but whatever, dude. More. This is awesome chance. Now, Devyn, at this time, was it the right time to use that? This is awesome.
Absolutely, I think. They're transitioning
disagree.
through moves. Both wrestlers were coming on their last legs, looking like they're, trying to win it all right then. It was awesome.
I
And now
disagree.
you disagree?
I disagree because you could tell that when she did the figure 4, it was messed up. She didn't get it
Okay.
on right. She was nowhere close to it. If she was kind of close to where it can make it work, understandable. But I think she was way off on putting the figure 4 in. And then when they did a reversal, I mean, she just had her leg up is all she did. So,
Gotcha.
but that's coming from TV. Crowd might have been no different, but coming from TV point of view,
No,
you can spot that.
I honestly thought it was close enough because I didn't recognize it wasn't the figure 4.
Right.
When
Yeah,
she did it.
that's the first thing I noticed. As soon as she put it on, that's the first thing I noticed.
All
Nowhere.
right. Charlotte pushed off the top turnbuckle by Becky onto the floor. Charlotte selling the knee. Mike, could this be a work or a shoot, right? When she comes off that top like that and lands on the ground and is holding the knee?
Yeah, of course. I mean, yes, she's going to want to work the knee, especially after being in the figure 4, and then coming off the top rope and landing on your leg. So she's going to want to work it anyways.
Charlotte spine first into the bear kick from Becky. James, how physical has this match been?
Physical enough because there has been like some like grabbing of the head when people are down, like punches and slap off like on the quote figure 4 move. I mean, there's been some good ones. There's probably a couple potatoes in there, if you know what I'm saying.
Definitely. Slapping each other in the ring, clothesline by Charlotte. But James, if I'm going to go back to you on this, how's the 3-man booth working?
I in this stance, I like it. I like it a lot. I think Corey Graves and Michael Cole can do their thing, and I think Pat just like putting the little sprinkles on the cake is fucking gold. I really like this 3-man booth. I think it's like money.
I think Pat and Corey would be a great announcing team. Like, because I mean, you can have Pat as the babyface announcer and Corey as a heel, and they just kind of do the same thing at the same time.
Yeah, because Corey does know like the moves and stuff, so he can kind of take the little Michael Cole-ish part with him, and then just have Pat just like on top. Hey, I
think if you put those two on an announce team, that would be killer.
Charlotte punishing Lynch, taking control, chopped by Charlotte to a woo from the crowd. Woo! Adam, do you think Charlotte should lose the chop in the woo?
No, because she's a Flair. I mean, that's just like a remembrance of her dad. I mean, that's just, because she don't do a whole lot that represents her dad, but that's just that one little thing. And she's not the only one that does it. I mean, everybody chops.
I disagree that it's one little thing because the figure 8 is a variation of the figure 4.
Yeah, but everybody does the figure 4 now. Everybody does the figure 4. She specialized the figure 8. Everybody chops. She has the little woo just to remember her dad because she is a Flair. Just like Brian Pillman would do something his dad would do.
I think she has just enough to where it's not overboard. She's not taking over for her dad. But she's acknowledging him. So it's not too much where she's doing everything he does. You know, she could do like the over the rope thing and do this and do that, but she just enough to where she's her own person, but we know where she came from.
Boom. A good answer.
Becky kicked to the
Brad.
head off the rope.
Yeah,
Charlotte
Hey,
rolls up.
Brad, how can you talk shit when I say a bad answer, but you can't say, hey, good answer?
Well, he already beat me to it. I was about to say it. Becky kicked to the head off the rope. Charlotte rolls up Becky, then pulls her up for a slam into a cover. Why does Charlotte keep smiling so creepy, Devyn? Answer that, dickhead.
I think it might be just because all the like backstage rumors the rumors that they had backstage heat. So she's probably just playing to the camera, being Charlotte Flair.
Is that her kind of being heelish?
Yeah, of
Sure.
course.
Great
She's
answer.
playing
Great
Raw.
answer, Mike.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Brad.
Becky trying to disarm her into a number of counters. Mike, did you think this was foreshadowing for the finish?
Repeat the question.
Becky trying to disarm her into a number of counters. Okay. So she keeps trying to put the disarmer on. There's counter after counter after counter. I mean, I know we're not watching the match live, so sometimes it's hard to remember, but did you think it foreshadowed the finish of what was going to happen?
Yeah, now knowing what the finish is now, not at the time, I think it kind of did.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go, Becky. Becky sucks. Charlotte drives Becky into the corner, playing to the crowd again. Michael Cole saying Charlotte is one of the greatest athletes ever to be in the ring. James, is that what we need to be saying instead of female?
I mean, I guess, yeah, for the most part, but then
You have to put her up there with the guys too.
of course. I think
That's
she
what
could
I'm
do
saying.
intergender matches. I really think they could, if you book Charlotte
think
right,
she-
she could do some intergender matches easy.
She's one of the types up there where with China and stuff that could be in the ring with a Seth. Can you imagine a Charlotte Flair versus Seth Rollins?
And then Becky comes in.
I know some people feel.
Oh, yeah, then Becky comes out.
See,
And then Andrade
Listen.
returns to WWE. Huh?
Dude,
Fuck
during the-
and Seth
during
Rollins
Royal
got
Rumble weekend.
random to me. Okay, even like a Cody Rhodes, but just she has that ring work where she can be in there with somebody else, another male, or just like a China.
I would definitely say she's a good athlete for sure. But because it's like, yes, it's good to compare it to all the guys too, but it's also, wouldn't you want to say like superior woman for that match to kind of like you're telling the story between her and Becky? That's a good one. I can't wait to hear the feedback on my answer on that. But
Hey, by the
that's
by
a
the
real
way,
tough.
shout
Like
out.
you want to compare it to the guys, obviously, because they're all great talent, but you also kind of want to like put her in a league of her own to the women too. So I don't know. That's a good one, Brad.
By the way, shout out to Seth Rollins for the commercial with him and Becky during the Royal Rumble when they were at Applebee's when he ordered the top sirloin. It was freaking
with a
so
see-through
good.
shirt, with a see-through shirt.
Freaking hilarious!
Fuck outta here, dude.
Hilarious. I love him. He was so. Who orders like that? I loved it.
I'm gonna start.
Charlotte talking. Please, can we do that when we're Top Guy Weekend? Can we all do it at one at a time?
Yes. Tell me order. Everyone order after everyone.
I'll take one of those baby. I'll take a baby beer, please.
Oh,
Shout
man.
out! That's a deep cut right there.
Yeah, man. So Charlotte talking shit. Charlotte goes for the reverse moon. No. Just the moonsault, right, Adam? Lands on the feet, flips again because she misses the moonsault and lands. Now, let me ask you, is this effective, Adam, or just athletic?
Both. It's just showing her athleticism and how many other, going back to what you said about Michael Cole, she is one of the most athletic people in the organization because how many people can do that?
Nobody. I
give it to Apollo Crews and maybe Austin Theory and Ricochet.
Man, that's a threesome right there. Huh? Inside cradle. Inside cradle. I didn't mean that. It's a straight up
Yeah, it's just a guy that does FMKs. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Now.
Yeah, I got a doozy for you today. Charlotte shows more athleticism, flipping out of the ring onto the apron with all the cockiness, Devyn. Is this an easy story for the WWE to tell?
Oh, absolutely. Charlotte Flair, she's trying to prove that she's the arrogant top star in the WWE, that she's a true champion. Well, Becky Lynch is just trying to win. Just doing whatever she can to win, not showing off like Charlotte is.
Charlotte with the boot driving Becky to the floor. Moonsault off the top onto the floor, kind of hitting Becky. Referee selling, didn't quite get it all. James, what do you got?
The best. This was the funniest. I mean, McAfee and Corey going at it all night or all match was hilarious. But I fucking love this part where Charlotte's climbing up the ropes and McAfee goes, "Welcome to Friday night, Corey Graves." And Corey goes, "It's Sunday, Pat." And this is Raw versus SmackDown. I thought it was hilarious.
That was good.
I had to get that in. That was some funny shit.
I'm going right back to you, James. Disarmer by Charlotte. Now, they're going back and forth with their finishers. James, does this have shades of WrestleMania 19 to you?
Oh, convenient, bro. Thank you for asking me that question. During a pay-per-view where they're promoting a Rock movie, too. This is awesome shit, man. You just nailed it out of the park on this question.
Okay.
I suppose, I mean, if Becky would have legit done a figure 4 earlier, or maybe she would have attempted a figure 8 right now. I mean, it's a little much, I guess. But whatever. That's what we do nowadays, you know. At a Survivor Series non-title shit, I guess.
Becky gets to the rope, chops by Charlotte. Becky rolled up by Charlotte. Charlotte has the top rope, and the ref catches her when she's trying for the pin. Then Becky does the same thing, rolls up Charlotte, gets the rope, and gets away with it for the pin. Becky taunting, Charlotte smiling. Devyn, was this too good of a match for this to happen?
Yeah, honestly, I thought it was kind of a rough ending.
Don't worry, Adam, I'm coming to you because I know what you're thinking. So, do you think this protected both of them, Adam?
There you go. I mean, because it doesn't really show the dominant champion over the champion, so it kind of protects both the women's champions at the same time. It shows that Becky got one over one of the dirtiest players too. So, it's kind of
in a dirty way.
Yeah.
Well, this way you're SmackDown champion and you're Raw champion.
Well, and there's legit heat, so yeah, I'm not doing a clean finish. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
But I agree with Devyn too that this was such a good match for it to end that way. For the
That's
fans'
what happens
perspective.
at this
That's
champion
Survivor
versus
Series,
champion
baby.
match.
So anyway, that's the conclusion of the match. Great match, loved it. I do have a question coming to us from Bryant Haremza. If you guys are ready,
Nice.
is Charlotte versus Becky the modern day Rock versus Austin in the women's
You
division?
motherfucker, you planned that, didn't you? You are such an ass.
Oh, hell yeah.
I
Let's go
kind
with
of,
the
hey,
surprising-
I'm glad he didn't say Rousey or anything like that, but I would say that this has shades of a good rivalry. Granted, 2 different backstories, obviously, but this does have, every time you put them 2 together, it does kind of have that big match feel. So I would agree.
I got
with
one
it.
better for you. Charlotte, Becky, and Sasha are like Rock, Austin, and Triple H.
Which one's Triple H?
Every fucking episode we have to talk about Triple H. Every fucking time.
I did that for you too, James.
Here we go. Mike's back all of a sudden. You mentioned Triple H.
I think it's a little premature to call it Rock versus Austin. I think they need about 10 more years, maybe 5 more years for something like that. Or maybe,
I mean, Rock and
they've had a
Austin
lot
were
more
only,
matches.
real hot together for 4 years? This has been going on for 6 at this time? I mean, it's it's not the magnitude of it. I get you. It's not selling out fucking.
Yeah, and it's also, it goes back to NXT and everything else. To me, it's like Rock and Austin they came into their own separately as stars. And
I get you. So
we're forced to.
yeah.
These two I mean, they were side by side the whole time.
Yeah.
I think it's very different. I think it's very different.
It will go down as one of the greatest rivalries in the women's division for sure.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Because they really are friends. They were part of that 4 horsewomen. Sasha and Bailey as well. None of them get along, huh?
Who knows?
Anyway, that is it for this match. That was a great match. A great pick by our friend Devyn. D19. Send your hate tweets there.
Good match, Devyn. Good match.
Shout out Bryant to the for the question. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we got a couple for the next match too.
Oh yeah, I bet we do.
Yeah, thank you, Bryant Haremza, the man who took the last picture of Vince McMahon on WWE TV.
Are you freak? Are we still selling this?
Forever.
It's still the last one.
He's gonna be on TV again.
I hope not. Then Brian's got to be there and take another picture.
I'm with Mike on this one. I bet there's no chance in hell that's the last picture of Vince on WWE TV.
Oh yeah.
He said,
right,
"Fuck." He said, "Fuck Bryant." He ain't getting that.
Right? That son of a bitch got me jumping off the steps. I got to get back there one more time.
All right, back to you.
He's doing it just for you.
Hell yeah. Well, glad we talked a long fucking time about that match. You know, it was a good one. And
as long as we talk short about the next match, we're good.
Giggity. But shout out to Charlotte, Becky, to the pioneers right now in the women's division, bringing it to a whole nother level, and
he's still doing it.
There it is. But speaking of still doing it, it looks like Devyn, you're up. So Devyn, what you got for us this week?
What are you still doing, Devyn?
So here in 2023, in about a week or two, we're gonna have the Elimination Chamber. So I have always been a huge fan of the Elimination Chamber, starting my favorite Survivor Series of all time, 2002, when it debuted, and Shawn Michaels won it all. I just want to know, what are some of your guys' favorite Elimination Chamber moments?
Well, I'm going to answer this first because I went to the Elimination Chamber in Philadelphia, which
of course
was
you did.
March of 2020. Now, let's do the math here. Maybe late February or March of 2020. March of 2020. Let me tell you what happened the next week. The WWE was in the Performance Center.
So you had the last live pay-per-view?
You had the last one.
Everybody there in the world. That Tuesday, colleges are shutting down. That Friday, it's in the Performance Center. So that is my memory.
You know what's funny about that? Is they had a Raw. There was the Raw right before WrestleMania. That was here in Atlanta. I had tickets to that one, and they canceled it because of COVID.
Yeah.
So I would have been out. Yeah. So you had
that
one, and I had tickets to go to the Raw, and they canceled like the week before.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah.
So best
and
moment
it
of
was
the show.
like the last appearance of one of the last appearances, The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Like, I knew that was his last match. So that's
anyway,
cool.
Great moment though of that Elimination Chamber for me was lights went out. You hear the bong, lights come back on. Undertaker's in the ring, takes care of AJ Styles. Lights go out again. That's it. That was it. But it was great. So not a lot of big stars showed up for that. To be honest with you, there was no championship defended that night. Shayna Baszler won the number 1 contendership for the women's in her Elimination Chamber match, and we thought she was the next killer.
She choked out everyone, didn't she?
Then she got rolled up 75 times for the pin after that. But she looks real happy when she takes those roll-ups, by the way. But anyway, it was a fun night, and it was the last great event for a long time. So that's my memory.
All right, what are some of your guys' other favorite Elimination Chamber moments?
I think one of mine would be the first women's one. Just because, I mean, you don't see even like with the Hell in a Cell and stuff like that. At that time, we didn't see the women doing that. So the first women's Elimination Chamber would be one of mine. I was definitely interested in that. And then another one would be the first one, which was 2002 when Shawn Michaels won?
Survivor Series 2002.
Yeah. Just because it was brand new, different match, different scenery. So those two would be my 2 top favorites.
Nice.
I like the one that was in Saudi Arabia with Lesnar Bobby Lashley, Austin Theory when he did the F10 off the top.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, F5. He did F5 from the top. And got ran through the pod, and that's when Lashley hit his head.
Yeah.
I thought that was one of the better, more action-packed ones.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also like the one Mike's talking about with Shawn Michaels.
I seen that one right there was great because it was the first one.
Well, I like how Shawn Michaels come out with his tights and they weren't even finished.
Oh yeah. Just had an H on them.
Had the brown tights, had like the doo-doo brown tights.
Yeah.
He had the new short
hair. Like
Yeah.
Devyn's hair. He had a Devyn's haircut.
And he won his only World Heavyweight Championship.
Mm-hmm.
James, what do you got, man?
All right. You guys have skipped. Granted, this is y'all's choices, and I do like that Lesnar one Adam was talking about. But Kofi Mania was born, man. That was one of my favorite Elimination Chamber matches.
No,
when
That's a good one.
fucking
Excellent.
Ali got injured, so they sub in Kofi. And next thing you know, the crowd's way behind Kofi, you know? And he wasn't even, he was like an alternate. He was just going to be in there to be the guy.
It wasn't E. It was Mustafa.
Yeah, Mustafa Ali.
I thought you said Big E, my man.
Oh, no, Ali.
I swear
Yeah.
it sounded like you said E.
That's a good one. And that
Yeah,
did give,
And
Kofi,
it started a groundswell of something that, and that was against Daniel Bryan. Didn't Daniel Bryan beat him as the last person in that Elimination Chamber?
Yeah, it came down to them too.
Yeah.
that's a good one.
That one was a great one.
I like the stories like that. Like,
And it just,
Those
that's
people
what
getting
catapulted
pushed
Kofi
that
Mania
one
into,
time.
Boom.
You can check out Kofi Mania in our archives.
True.
Even if you get beat in 3 seconds, you still won that world title. You have that under your belt.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I just want to add in one of my favorite ones is I believe it was 2009 when Edge, he lost the World Heavyweight Championship in the Elimination Chamber and then there was an Elimination Chamber for the other championship later in the show, and Edge attacked Kofi Kingston before that match and then entered himself in that one and won the world title. That one was a great show, and I remember that one just from growing up. But
Two Elimination Chambers in one night. Ain't nobody done it but Edge.
yeah, absolutely.
Good choice.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. But it's coming up in another.
That's one of my
2 weeks.
favorite matches. Do y'all think AEW could do a Elimination Chamber type match? Not call it that, but that type of match.
Not right now. No.
They got their own stuff, right?
Yeah, I think they
They
could.
already ripped off 4 games.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, same thing
Sure.
like with Hell in a Cell. WWE don't own the Hell in a Cell match. They own the name of the Hell in a Cell, but
I don't think they have enough people on top to do it right now. They don't have enough established people to have 6 people in there fighting for the title.
True.
really,
Wow.
I think
You
it's
heard
going
it
to
here,
take a couple
folks.
more years.
Really?
Adam _ Alabama.
Why does it have to be for the title? Why can't it be for number one?
That's even
contender?
worse. That means you got to put 7 people. We got to have a champion plus 6 other people
No,
fighting.
if you just have the number one contenders in there.
Yeah, but you have to have one as champion, then 6 other people fighting for number 1 contender. So I don't think there's 7 people built up enough in AEW to be labeled as a champion. Not yet.
There you go.
Give them another year or
Heard it
2.
here. You hear it all here.
Yeah, I like the Elimination Chamber talk, but I think it was good. And back to you, James.
Thanks, Devin. That was a good closing transition. Good question, good topic. Glad to hear from you. And then let's keep this train rolling. Some out to Adam. So Adam, what you got for the people?
All right, so something just got me. I was looking right here at the outline. The spirit of people telling you rude things. Is that you in particular or people in general? Because you got me interested in that. So I'm kind of curious because I know a lot of people who say a lot of rude things down here. I don't know if we can say it on here or not, but
Hey, do you not read the group chat?
no.
I mean, it's a big thing.
No, man. Hey, you're your episode.
But no, I've been kind of back and forth about what my topic is going to be because there was a certain wrestling organization that did something on YouTube here recently that was just below par for the name. And then something else happened, but then it hit me. Have y'all noticed how almost every organization is relying on people past their prime to draw tickets, ticket sales? Because NWA is using Bully Ray, and don't get me wrong, I love Bully Ray, but it just feels like every organization is leaning on older talent to draw ticket prices, ticket sales, and they, instead of using the older cats, they should be pushing the younger people higher. I mean, is that something, do y'all feel that they're doing too much of?
I think Impact did it as well with Bully Ray.
Yep, they did with Bully Ray.
I think AEW's done it since the beginning with Chris Jericho.
And
but I'm not saying who's
Moxley
not doing it now. WWE's not doing it now. They didn't bring out anybody at the Rumble really, except for Booker T for 4 minutes. But they ended the show with their current stars. That was the main event. The main event was Sami Zayn, was Roman Reigns, was the Usos.
But the last big show, WrestleMania, they used a couple of them.
Correct. So, but we'll see what happens this year. I thought they were that Rumble showed me that maybe they're not.
Yeah, that showed me a little hope because that was. I mean, the women, they used Michelle McCool.
Yeah, that's okay.
I love that.
That was funny.
I love how they did that.
I like
I did too. My kids love that. My daughter loved that. Lotus, she loved it.
But
that was funny.
I mean, I'm just noticing that every organization is starting to use the older people a little too much, and that's places they could be raising the newer talent. Mm-hmm. And I just hope that changes here pretty soon, or we ain't gonna have nobody. We can't keep bringing back John Cena every 6 months or anything. And another thing, they got the WWE 2K23 game coming out. Got John Cena on the front. He hasn't wrestled a damn match.
He missed one match in 1 year, and he's the cover.
Just to touch on that again one more time, you look at Jeff Jarrett, who's been in 5 organizations. As a
right.
In 1 year.
I love Jarrett. Don't get me wrong. I love Jarrett.
In 1 year.
Talk about relying on past talent. But again, with the Royal Rumble again, and I won't say any more. I know it was 2 weeks ago now, but having Gunther go coast to coast, that is building a character right there. Yeah. That's what we're looking
And in the Women's Rumble, they had Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan go coast to coast.
And a changing of the guard for sure.
Say what y'all want about Logan Paul. He might be an asshole online or whatever. Dude is a star. Dude is an athlete.
Yeah. But anyway, I think you're right, Adam. They are relying on a lot of past stars, to say the least. Hopefully that'll change. Bully Ray, I don't know what he's doing back, but he is a good, badass bad guy, man.
Oh, he's great as a heel.
On the ad-free shows Royal Rumble Zoom, when Gunther came out first, I was like, hey, you guys think they're going to elevate this dude? And then an hour and 11 minutes later, he's the last dude. Yeah. And I was like, fair enough.
By the way, shout out to that meme with Gunther saying, this is how long you tell a woman you can go. And then Cardona or Chelsea Green.
I love that.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Gunther went an hour and 10 minutes. Chelsea Green went 1 second. So that's why that's pretty funny.
That was awesome, dude. When they first showed me that, I died laughing. How long I actually go.
That's great.
That was so good.
That's it. That's all I got right there, guys. I hope I didn't go overboard with it.
That was good, Adam. That was good insight.
That was
sure.
Great, Adam.
I like it. Good talk. And I guess it's time for even better talk, because what better what better thing than having fun, hearing positive comments from your friends, and just like, really, the hair is out. Main event.
Whoa, look at that head of hair.
I guess I want to mention something that there's a lot of times I'm like, life just shits on me and people say mean things, and everybody just doesn't really believe it. James, you're such a badass dude. I can't believe anybody. That's probably me making that up. But yeah, a lot of, when I say that sometimes people just say shit to you and you just have to You deal with it and go on because that's life. And what better case in point than there's a couple instances that happened this week where, all right. So I was buying groceries and I was walking out of the store. I work at a grocery store, military commissary. And I'm walking out and I have a jug of Milo's sweet tea because Milo sweet tea is bomb as hell. And I have two 12
That's
packs.
the best.
It's fucking awesome. The red label, bomb.
Yes, sir.
And then I have two 12 packs of Code Red because they're on sale at our store. And I'm walking out and there's this bagger, Filipino bagger, who, you know, like she's a lady. But, you know, she's like invited me for drinks and stuff. I'll just put it that way. And she follows me out and kind of like takes in my cart. I had the little baby carts, you know, the little mini ones. And she grabs it and I was like, oh, you're going to take this all the way to my car or what? And she's like talking. And then we walk outside and then stop. And she's like, you need to quit drinking that shit. And I was like, what? She's like, you need to quit drinking that shit. It's so much sugar. It's all junk. She's like, that's why you're fat. That's why you're getting fatter too. You need to quit drinking that shit. You need to take care of yourself. You're young, James. You need to take care of yourself. And I was like, I'm pretty old, actually. She's like, no, you're young. You're drinking all that shit. You're getting fatter. You need to take care of yourself. To my face. I'm like, hey, I mean, I appreciate the honesty, I guess. Like, you have a feeling, you know, don't hide it, but goddamn, you know, like when I bitch about, oh, women treat me like shit sometimes it's fucking true. Like, it's not just me just bitching and moaning, wham. Some women like treat me like absolute ass. And then just say that shit just like that to my face. But here's my issue. Hear me out on this one. And I want my female fans to hear me out on this one. Let's say I walk up to that girl and go, oh, man, you drinking all that shit. Yeah, you're gaining weight. You need to fucking lose weight. Oh, women are beautiful in their skin. Oh, you're pretty as you are. You don't need to lose weight. It's the guys that are assholes. You know, they need to change. You need to get you a man, girl. You're so blah, blah. But then they're like, hey, fat ass, lose weight. Like, you can say that to me, no problem. But every woman is, oh, she's big and beautiful, blah, blah, blah. And then with me, it's like, gross ass, why don't you lose the fucking weight? Like, I kind of really hate that contradictory thing about that. Not that, you know, upsets me in the slightest. You know, had that one on the holster, that's for sure. But yeah, and then my buddy Brandon that lives across the street, my neighbor, he tells me, we were hanging out this past weekend, and he's like, yeah, man, such and such girl came up to me and was like, you know, James isn't a bad looking guy. He just needs to trim down. I was like, you fucking, you know? And I was just supposed to be cool with that. Just, you know, just like, I'm just supposed to be just honky-dory, like.
That's supposed to be constructive criticism. That's what that's supposed to sound like.
Yeah, boy, but if
bullshit.
I say some shit like that, oh my God, girl, well, no, you're beautiful. You don't need to change. But then you turn to me and like, hey, fat motherfucker, lose weight. Like, it's, you know, it's some of the shit I go through in the day to day. Like, when I say that people say fucked up shit to me and like do fucked up shit, and everyone's like, no, that's false. It's just in your head. No, it's not. No, it's fucking not. I got a lot of cool shit in my head. You know, it's just people just come up, throw their little barbs at me, and I'm just like, whatever. And just like take it in stride and go. You know, I don't know. It is what it is, I guess, but it's just real fucked up how that's very contradictory. And I'm just supposed to deal with it. Like, I can't fucking express my opinion back because then I'm just woman hating. Like, man, no, fuck you. You're a bitch. Like, that ain't woman hating at all. But,
so what did you say back to the lady?
It was at work, man. I'm not going to, you know, like, it's at my job.
Thanks.
I'm not going to.
Thanks for the
Did
advice.
you work there?
Here's the tip for getting my boogie.
Hey, is she a worker or is she a customer?
She's a bagger. Like, it's a different, like, it's not in the same company as me, but she.
So tell her to go fuck herself.
Yeah, at my job. Yeah, that'll fly over well. I got to go there every fucking day. Like, come on, man. You got to think about this. I will say she kind of popped off some shit like this to me one time a couple months ago, and I straight up looked her dead in the face because I wasn't having it that day. And I was like, oh, I need to lose weight. She's like, yeah, you look a lot better. And I go, well, you ain't fucking me anyway, so what does it matter?
Exactly.
Oh, so you can say that at work.
Hey, that was a different circumstance.
Oh, that's good shit, James.
But yeah, I mean, just day in the life, baby. Day in the life. I got a lot of good friends. I got like, when I say like, oh, the AFS community means a lot to me because people shit on me constantly. Sometimes there's some truth to it. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I don't get paid to bullshit. No. You know what I'm saying?
If you're on YouTube right now, Adam's hair is showing. Just saying.
Not only is it showing, that shit is flowing.
I just got finished brushing it. I can't help it, you know.
Well, Adam, it seems like you're packing in the
I'm
crowd.
brushing his hair on YouTube at the Kickout Crew.
So, as an in-ring performer, when you have the crowd, buddy, you know, it's your time to shine. Take it away.
So this may not have been the most athletic or whatever, however you classify your matches, but this is the match that meant the most to me in January. And it just shows how people can change. And it was January 25th. It was an episode of AEW Dynamite. It was one of the most inspirational and emotional matches in recent history. Mark Briscoe was allowed to actually come on AEW and fight Jay Lethal. And like I said, it wasn't for nothing as far as, you know, a championship or nothing like that. It was just a simple fact that they'd let him do it for his brother Jay. And I've talked a lot about Jay Briscoe. You know, I don't have to go in detail about all that again, but on top of everything else, it was Jay's birthday while the show was going on. So they got to be the main event of AEW Dynamite that night. And the crazy thing is Jay Lethal was on Jericho's podcast. And they talked about how the match was made up. Jay Lethal threw out an idea like, hey, is there any way we can have Mark Briscoe on the show? But Mark Briscoe actually went to somebody and asked if he could be on Dynamite because of his brother, it being his birthday. So they actually had no idea. They asked to wrestle each other because they've got 15 years of history together, 15, 20 years of history together. But they trained together. They were from the same area, you know, because they were from Delaware. Jay Lethal was from New Jersey. So they were in the Indies together, trained together, come up together, AEW or Ring of Honor together. So if you go back and watch this match, so like I said, it was January 25th, AEW Dynamite main event. It was the celebration of Jay Briscoe. It was Mark Briscoe versus Jay Lethal, and you can see how emotional Jay Lethal was. And it's just, I think it's just something we all need to watch. I think everybody needs to go watch it if you get a chance to. It was just an amazing emotional match. So that'll be the one I watch, and I'll remember that for a long time.
We all love it. Adam. What a great pick, for sure. So, I mean,
you gotta put out like the kind of worker Jay Lethal is. Like in the past year, look at all the matches he's been in.
Yeah, very good point.
People want to work with him for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so I think he was great for it, no matter what. He's
listening to Busted Open Radio. They talked about how, like, Mark Briscoe came out there, like just another day, but Jay Lethal couldn't hold it together, and that's just saying something right there.
Well, they actually talk about how much the Briscoe family. How much they are in their faith and everything, and they know that Jay, the brother Jay's up there. You know, I don't know how everybody is as far as faith and religion goes, but they are really, really strong in their religion, and they just in their hearts they feel like he's up there in a better place, and their whole family realizes that. And for the family to actually say, "Hey, look, I know y'all donating money to us," but Jay's wife is the one that said we need to take up money for the family in the other vehicle. For her to say that just touches me, you know, in a whole nother way, because not a lot of people do that. You know, a lot of people will hold them responsible, but not only is she looking out for the other family, she wants to collect money for that family. So that just goes to show you what kind of people the Pugh family are.
And to really put that in perspective, is that their children really sustained some injuries here that could be for the rest of their lives, and she's still thinking of other people. Yeah. Like, it's not just her husband that died. I mean, the one daughter had no feeling, you know, paralysis type. Really scary stuff. Really scary stuff. And for her to think beyond that, something.
We just need more people out there like that.
I agree. And I also read too, and I might be wrong on it, but that not only AEW but WWE also sent a private jet from wherever they were to his funeral. So all the wrestlers that wanted to go to the funeral, you know, got on that private jet. So you had all these other wrestlers there showing their respects to him. So that, you know, shows you how much he meant to the wrestling world, like to them, like as a wrestler, not just as a fan, but as a wrestlers, how much like he meant to them.
Yeah,
Because
they said right after the Royal Rumble, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, they were all at the funeral, you know, and
right.
they actually have it on YouTube. They have the service on YouTube, and just how Mark Briscoe holds himself together and how he represents their family in, you know, during the whole deal is amazing. So that's another thing y'all can check out. It's all on YouTube. They filmed everything. It was at their local high school named after, I think the gymnasium was named after their granddad because he played for the Eagles, I believe.
Right.
And so it's just amazing how respected these people are. But for AEW, not AEW, but, you know, Warner Discovery, for not letting the Briscoes on there, and then all of a sudden they change their heart because he passes away. It shouldn't have took that for them to change their mind.
I agree with that. But I think a lot of that has to, like, a lot of that with all the respect that he got right after he passed away, like, all the praises he got, like, from everything. It was 10 years ago when he said what he said?
Yeah.
No, I mean, how many times can you say sorry in 10 years?
Well, if you
10
listen
years is a big difference from then to now.
I mean, if you listen to Cornette, look at all the wrestlers they already had on AEW that has records. That's Bob Banks.
Exactly.
That's been, you know, just in general. It just goes to show you how there's a double standard still in wrestling and it needs to be changed.
I agree. Good point.
But that's just a match. And like I said, the funeral, the whole reception thing, it's all on YouTube. So I'd check it out. Y'all get a chance. It's freaking amazing.
Awesome. Thanks, Adam.
Good one, Adam.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, I guess is it boy, howdy. What better way to, you know, transition into a match like this, huh? So, who picked this one in our rivalry series? Brad. Well, I'll be damned. We all know he's a man of poor judgment, and what better way to display that than this? And I know it was mentioned earlier, so let's just get right the fuck into it. It is Wrath versus Goliath. Or what? Glacier. That. Boy, I didn't even notice those spell check got me on that one. I wish it was Wrath versus Goliath, but my bad. Oh, jackass. It is Wrath versus Glacier from the Great American Bash 1997. Yes, that pay-per-view, and we're talking about this match. Known for a lot of things. Probably going to be better known for Goliath after this. Great American Bash 1997 took place June 15th, 1997. From, at the time, it was called the Mark of the Quad Cities in Moline. Is that right? Anyone know? Don't me. No. Moline. Shout out to, you know, that city. If you are a fan and listening or watching on YouTube. Sorry. No, but Moline, Illinois. It had a attendance of 9,613. Had a match length of pretty much 12 minutes. And your boy Dave Meltzer gave this one 3/4 star. Notice I didn't have an S there.
That's about a full star too much.
3/4 star. But, you know, can't wait to get the fuck on this one. So we were really doing this, I guess.
Yeah,
Devyn,
huge build, Devyn.
How did we get there to this exciting match?
All right, so I started doing research for this match, and this rivalry is all about Glacier versus James Vandenberg. So Glacier, I don't know if any of you are familiar with him. He's a martial arts expert that took pro wrestling by storm. He was top in his martial arts class and was given the 400-year-old helmet of honor by his headmaster, David Slater.
I love a good
James
headmaster, but I hardly knew her.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck you're talking about, but yeah.
The evil James Vandenberg was jealous of the spotlight and stardom that Glacier was gaining. So he brought in Glacier's enemy from his past, Mortis, to take out Glacier. So throughout the next few months, Mortis was just blindsiding Glacier every chance he could, trying to screw Glacier out of chances and title opportunities and matches and everything. So eventually Glacier would go one-on-one with Mortis at Uncensored 1997. That is when we'd see the debut of Wrath. Wrath would come out and Glacier would win by disqualification when Wrath started beating his ass. And then a couple weeks later, Wrath, Mortis, and James Vandenberg would steal the helmet of honor that Glacier
What the hell
had.
you say? Gosh, I need my helmet of honor.
Right?
Exactly. Glacier wanted retribution against these two thugs and freaking James Vandenberg. So he challenged Wrath to a one-on-one match to get his helmet back here at the Great American Bash. But one day before this, on WCW Saturday Night, a rule would be made saying that Mortis would have to be handcuffed to the post so he could not get involved in this match. And 24 hours later, here we are.
That's how good
Great
of a
American
feud it
Bash
was. They're doing
97.
shit on WCW Saturday Night stipulations. That's how good this feud was.
Hey, let's get into it because this is the match that changed wrestling.
This
Or
is the
not.
match that ends our rivals list. Our entire
Wow,
rivals
that,
series.
I didn't even think about it
Hey,
that way.
listen, WCW didn't have a good last day either, so neither does the rival. So Wrath entrance.
of glory.
Adam, are you there? Please tell me you're there.
Unfortunately, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
Great. We have Wrath entrance with Mortis, James Vandenberg. So Wrath, Mortis, and James Vandenberg. So we have Brian Clark, Chris Kanyon. Can we tell me about those people, not the characters?
Well, Chris Canyon, there's nobody better than Canyon. So
Nobody.
Nobody. But I mean, if y'all seen, Dark Side of the Ring, y'all know what he went through, back then, because he finally come out as a gay wrestler. And back then it was just, a lot of people just didn't accept it. And he was so worried that they wouldn't. But the thing is, I mean, it was more accepting then than it was maybe than saying like when Pat Patterson grew up, back then. And they talk about how he's more in his head about it and everything. And he dealt with a lot of mental issues as far as a person. I hate that he went through that. But as far as Chris Kanyon, the wrestler, the dude he's innovative. He was amazing. I mean, he could do anything. He could make anybody look good in the ring. Now, as far as Brian Clark, Adam Baum later.
There you go.
He's still around. I think he still does I think he still does signings and whatnot, but he's just a normal big guy. I mean, he didn't stand out a whole lot over like Kevin Nash or the Giant or anybody like that back then. But he's just another big guy. I mean, he was good. He was good in his own way. He was athletic. But I just think Kanyon was just the better of the group. And I don't know much about Vandenberg.
Well, I didn't ask you about him, so you're
Okay,
safe
good.
there. We're gonna get to him later. So, Mike, does Mortis look like a
Yay.
Kane, a version of Kane to you?
Maybe not a version of Kane, but I'll say more like in today's thing, Luchasaurus.
Okay. They're handcuffing Mortis to the ring post, as you were saying here, Devyn. Mortis gets out of them very quickly and basically lets them do it again. Devyn, do we have to give a pass here because this is live TV?
Oh yeah, you never know what can happen with handcuffs. We seen that a couple years ago when Kevin Owens faced Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. And Roman got stuck with the handcuffs, like under the metal thing.
So then we have Glacier's entrance. Raymond Lloyd is his real name. James, this is a hot topic on 83 Weeks with Eric Bischoff. They're going for the video game world here, Mortal Kombat. Do you think Now, a lot of times Conrad says it is, but I want to know what you think. Do you think this was too late? And could actually the video game concept work today, though?
Today, maybe a little much. I mean, I know, what's her name? Fucking Vega came out like cosplaying some type of shit, which that's cool. I get it, whatever. But back in this day, that was like, if this was like 95 and they were doing this match, oh, all day you're selling this out. But the fact that they're, because I even wrote, this has video game written all over it. Like, that's one of my notes in there. Because it looks like if you bought Mortal Kombat off of Wish.com type of thing. That's what this kind of looks like. And I do want to shout out the intro to the pay-per-view. I don't know if any of y'all watched this. The little like video, that was terrible. So I don't know what's worse. That little montage thing at the beginning of the pay-per-view or this match.
So here we hear a backstory of Glacier, Adam. Not the gimmick, but his real actual backstory. With the character of Glacier telling the real story, is this a disconnect?
It is a little bit because, even Mike Tenay talks about it. He says that Mortis is like a skeleton from his past, back when they used to fight. And it's I think they went a little bit too far into detail about it. I mean, I know we got to have a little bit of reality and stuff in our wrestling, but I think it was just too much, too far into detail.
Yeah, because they did a lot of reality stuff, but they didn't mention like why he's Glacier. Like they went through all this bullshit, and then what he get like trapped in a snowstorm? Like why did he turn into Glacier? Like they didn't.
And that's what I'm talking about. Right, yeah. That's a very good point. And I'm going to get to it later about the backstory of the other one that they do the clear like. So we'll get into all that too, because you're right. Why is he Glacier? When you're talking about his background in the martial arts, and you're talking about his parents, like, okay,
you do everything. Exactly. You explain everything except for the fact of why he's named that.
Why are you an Iceman? Why are you an Iceman? Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, James said that's kind of a knockoff of Mortal Kombat. It's the character Sub-Zero. Like,
right.
Like,
do y'all think something like that could work today?
No.
That's
probably in AEW.
I think it could.
I think it could.
What?
You had a freaking dinosaur.
We got Luchasaurus.
Yeah. Y'all haven't shit on that so far.
It depends what character you use.
We had a character straight out of Red Dead Redemption and Hangman Adam Page.
You get the fuck off. God.
Ugh. So do you think it was the gimmick?
So many things hit my mind at once.
Mike, I think you're right. I think it's not just the gimmick, but it's the guy in the gimmick, right?
Yeah, but were they not
dead man for 30 years, brother?
Good, decent wrestlers? I mean, you think the gimmick killed the wrestler?
If you trotted that shit out right now, every single one of y'all would make fun of it, and you know you would.
Oh yeah, okay, I'm not saying this will work. I believe if the right character and the right person, it could work, but just this didn't. This didn't work.
Okay, but if they did not have this gimmick, could that wrestler work today?
Yeah. Yes.
But Mike, I got because Cody puts over Ray Lloyd, and it's funny we picked this match because I just watched WWE The Bump, and Ryan Popola actually had a Glacier shirt on during the show. Just as we record, he had it on yesterday. So he's wearing the WCW Glacier shirt, and here we are talking about the stupid match. I just thought that was funny, the timing of that.
I mean, I think they had good ring work, so if they didn't have that gimmick.
Who had the best costume?
Glacier.
Mortis looked awesome.
Mortis was awesome. But, I mean, out of Wrath and Glacier, I think it was Glacier.
All right.
Come out there.
Devyn, any chance that Mortis does not get out of these handcuffs?
If you know anything about wrestling, he's breaking out of those handcuffs. Right. Something's happening when those handcuffs come off.
But most importantly, James, who are the announcers?
Oh man, I thought we'd never get there. We're over here fucking, hell, I think I got a green belt just talking about this match so far. The commentators, the video version's well worth checking out.
That's what they did.
Oh,
you look like a Wish. You look like the version of Mark Briscoe come out of Wish.
Damn right. $2.99, baby.
I'm calling you
$2.99.
Chicken Junior.
$2.99.
You're in
On
rare form.
commentary is Tony Schiavone, Bobby Heenan, and the professor. They bring him out to, try to give some credibility to this. Old Mike today.
Perfect.
Dusty Rhodes he's a commentator during this one too.
He didn't say nothing. No.
And
No, not during this
There was
match,
a
but
spot.
for the pay-per-view. He was commentating during the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
there was a spot when Raph came, he was on the apron and he did like that moonsault or front flip, whatever.
What the fuck we doing?
It's not how the show
Yeah.
works,
I
Mike.
didn't see it down. I
There's
didn't see
like one
no
move in this match, asshole.
I didn't see not one damn moonsault in this.
All I'm saying is when you get to that spot, talk to me because I got something to say about it.
Wrath chops and strikes to Glacier. Very impressive. Glacier using martial arts in the ring. Kick to Wrath onto the floor. Adam, early in the match, I don't see anything wrong with the in-ring. Is it just a gimmick that is turning you off?
Amen. 100%.
Okay. Glacier crossbody to Wrath out of the ring. Striking Wrath. Kick to Wrath. Mike, is James Vandenberg adding anything for you as a manager?
No. He's
Man,
there.
I'll tell you. 3 for 3.
He's there. Like, I wasn't watching it this time, so I'm just watching this pay-per-view.
You
So I
were
don't
watching
know.
in 1997?
I was watching a little bit, but not like all the time. I was watching WWE.
Man.
Yeah, on the other TV show, we had a dude slamming beers and fucking hating
Yeah.
his boss. And on this one, we
Exactly.
have
I watched one and recorded the other.
there's
Or I
a
watched the replay.
400-year-old helmet.
Yeah, no. I had to watch one or the other. I was watching WWE.
Wrath.
Let me weigh in on James Vandenberg.
I did.
Oh,
I did.
okay.
I did watch WCW for that first hour before WWE came on, but this was a pay-per-view, so I didn't watch
Yes,
it.
Devyn.
So the great
Hey,
James
Brad,
Mitchell,
why you gotta talk so much shit about me?
I don't know.
Father James Mitchell. He's the manager, the father of Abyss in TNA for his first 5 years.
That's what he should have stayed with.
Well, he wasn't
I can't
there
wait for the ball
yet.
to be on the show or not come on because we're such dickheads to him.
And now, today, Father James Mitchell is in the NWA as father of Judas.
Perfect.
He's run a whole heel faction there.
So glad you know all about NWA.
Yeah, he made you guys watch it Tuesday night.
No,
Wrath
he
head
didn't.
first.
Yeah, he
no,
did.
he didn't.
Wrath head first into the steel steps. Devyn, Mike Tenay tells an extravagant story of Mortis wrestling in some unsanctioned matches overseas. Mortis, not Wrath, by the way. And they say they came back because Glacier is his nemesis. Devyn, who writes it? Devyn, who writes this shit? And were you buying any of it? Use your words.
It's a fun story. It's I think that James Mitchell and all the guys in this were probably the ones writing it, maybe with Kevin Sullivan to help. But
I think Sullivan had a lot to do with it.
The
I
devil.
don't know. Yeah. I think it's
I don't
creative
know. It's
for
just,
sure.
So the reason I'm saying that is what we touched on just a few minutes ago was that we have this real life story of Glacier, but then we have this bullshit story of Mortis. You know, that's the disconnect for me. You're telling the real life story, no idea why he's Glacier, but we do know why Mortis is Mortis. Just a heads up. But he's not the one wrestling. Wrath is. What the fuck?
At least they had a
I don't
story
know.
for someone in this.
But why, if the real story is Mortis, why is he wrestling Wrath?
Well, the story was James Vandenberg. That's the
He
real
already,
story.
he already had a match with Wrath in the past.
Who did James Vandenberg ever beat?
Vandenberg
No.
was coming in to take retribution on Glacier. That's why he brought in Wrath and Mortis.
I feel like this guy started writing a book and just had a quick ending. You know, it's like we're gonna write all this shit that doesn't make any sense. All right. So anyway, James Nick Patrick is the referee. Do you think this is one of his top 5 moments?
Oh yeah, I think this is we actually had a Zoom watch along with Nick Patrick on this this was such a good match. After shows did a watch along of this match, and it sold the house out. Oh, wait a minute, no, that wasn't this one, was it? Huh? I'll be damned.
That's so awesome. Great job, James. We're obviously poking some fun here, but forget the Gaga. In ring, what is lacking here, Adam?
A story. physical ability.
They had a story. Did you not hear?
No, that's plenty of story.
Not a comic book story, actual story. They were just doing kicks and stuff, and
Correct.
I think it was just nobody was invested.
Distraction from Mortis. Wrath looking for the power bomb. Wrath drops Glacier on the rope. Mike, was that the best spot so far?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's like up until now, we've just had what?
Armbar.
Kicks, punches.
Yeah.
So we had a
Sidekick.
snapmare from Wrath. Devyn,
Triple
Wrath
kick.
came in full costume,
Kick
but
the
in the ring,
ball.
he was shut the fuck up. But in the ring, he was presented differently. Did you forget that he was in character at this point?
I mean, a little bit. He does look different than the other guys because, like, he takes it off and he's just wrestling in tights. Like, he just seems like a normal jabroni out there wrestling Glacier.
Whoa.
Long vice grip sleeper kind of move
Brony.
for a while by Wrath. Shivani mentions that Nick Patrick's probation is almost up. I have nobody to go to on that. I just wanted to mention that.
Hey,
probation-
maybe that's the reason he's the ref on this match.
He was on probation.
Maybe this is a punishment.
Probation for all his shenanigans, if you know what I mean, from being such
you
a
get charged
evil
like
referee.
a drug charge or something.
Just that he's
On probation.
yeah. What exactly did the probation entail?
Yeah, is it storyline probation or is it real probation?
Like what,
Yeah.
he was allowed to referee. So what's that?
Right,
That was fine.
work release, man. They promote that.
Yeah.
Glacier-
It was
Glacier-
wasn't it after the Hogan Sting deal where he botched the finish?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, not yet.
But the point
That
is
was
he's on
true.
probation, but he's not in trouble, really. But he's still doing his job. I don't know. Glacier misses again. Wrath's just standing in the ring. Then they fall away from the apron by Wrath. Wrath on the top rope, lariat off the top, Wrath dominating. Is that what you wanted to talk about, Mike? Or
No, because he just
okay, good. Adam, are they at least telling the story in the ring here?
Sure, we can call it that. Yeah, why not?
Man, I'll tell you, when I get Glacier on next week, you guys are gonna be
No,
sorry.
like
dude. Yeah.
How?
Boy.
they're-
Hanging from the rafters on this one, Brad. Hanging from the fucking rafters on this one.
Chokehold
Yeah.
by Glacier.
Yes, they were.
Wrath backbreaker. Wrath taking too long on the top. Misses the elbow. Mike, was this something you would have called when he misses that top rope spot? Like, did that look telegraphed to you?
I'm like, hell, he missed that elbow, and now he's getting fucked. Like, but, I mean, what else can he do?
That was the call, actually. That was the call.
Yeah.
I think Mike was there, but he wasn't watching though at the time. Glacier leg sweep, back body drop ish by Glacier for the
Ish.
forearm shot by Glacier. Yes, because it wasn't that good, right?
No, it wasn't. Was anything in this match good?
Hey, there it is.
Yes, it was okay. Devyn, is this the most methodical match you've seen since the Harley Flair match?
It's definitely full of two characters that seem like a myth, if that's what you're asking.
Boom. Wrath side suplex. Glacier
Yeah.
bumps the ref, causing a slip on the top by Wrath. James, tell me how the announcers are doing, and also tell me how the crowd reaction to obviously a match that maybe not everybody's excited to see.
I am glad you worded it that way. So, of course, the announcers, you're selling shit. Sometimes it is what it is as an announcer, and it's hard to really sell this match. I mean, they're doing the best that they can. They're doing professional shit. Tanay is obviously trying to do his part. Bobby is definitely just like, he didn't go out of his way to shit all over it, which is professional. He kind of stayed the course because in his head he wanted to be like, this is ridiculous. But the crowd thing, I'm glad you brought that up also, because in my notes I also have multiple times old Vandenberg or James Mitchell. I'll just state it that way because I know him more as that, and I didn't even watch anything. That's strange. But yeah, old James Mitchell just kept slapping the mat. Did y'all notice that? And no one fucking cheered it. He did it like 3 or 4 separate times. and each time he was like slapping the mat, trying to get the crowd into it, it would maybe catch on like 1 or 2 times, but like in one section, the crowd never fucking picked that up at all. So that's all you need to know about this match.
Superplex by Glacier. Mortis.
The only pop of the match was that.
Punches Mortis. Belly to back by Wrath. Both down. James Vandenberg distraction. Mortis throws Glacier. Mortis throws Glacier. The chain by accident. Okay, so Mortis throws Glacier the chain by accident.
That was a great emphasis on that sentence.
Because I was reading it wrong.
Throws Mortis the chain by
Mortis
accident.
throws Glacier the chain by accident.
It sounds like Glacier's nickname is like the chain.
I'm reading this like, what the fuck am I trying to say?
So Mortis throws Glacier the chain by accident because it goes over Wrath's head.
It goes over his head.
Read it as a whole sentence.
Glacier wraps it around his fist really quick. And then
Glacier pushed Wrath forward. Is why it went over his head.
And that's why the chain went over.
The ref's distracted. Glacier hits Wrath with the chain. But somehow Wrath stays on his feet for a minute. We miss what happens after that because they're showing something else. They're showing Vandenberg. We don't even know.
Yeah, what's he doing to Nick Patrick there? That's what I'm saying.
He's playing his
movement right there. Like that was a little questionable what they're doing.
We don't see Wrath go down.
Digging for the keys. You know what I'm saying? Digging for the keys. Yeah.
Then Glacier somehow gets the pin because they're both just down. Like, we don't know how he got knocked down because he hit him with the chain, but he didn't fall from that. So then he just pins him. Vandenberg uncuffs Mortis. There's a very slow, methodical double team here. They get the handcuffs. They handcuff Glacier. A lot of just standing around.
No, I turned it off after the 1, 2, 3.
No.
Oh man, the post match is something crazy.
Yeah. So then the assault happens. Adam, which one of them has the beef here?
I don't know. I fell asleep at this point.
Right. So. Where's the beef? Shout out.
Devyn, are you intimidated by this scary looking ref crew that got this thing broken up?
Oh yeah. Yeah, the refs are always intimidating. Them and their bow ties.
All right, so I'm going to end with this question, James, because Mike stopped watching here anyway. Although it was 3-on-1, it was basically 3-on-1. Is it still okay for the babyface to win by hitting someone over the head with a chain, or do you think they should overcome a different way?
Fuck no, it's 3-on-1. They got to win somehow, some way.
It depends, really. I mean, this wasn't really that big of a match. Like in a marquee match, I guess you can kind of make a he cheated to win type thing. But in this match, I mean, whatever. And then they did the handcuffed him to the ropes and then started to jump him. No one came out to save him. So then they just unhandcuff him and then just go home. Like, it was the weirdest, like, post-match thing of all time. Like, wouldn't you still
It seemed like didn't we just see the handcuffing to the rope thing?
Well, that's just it, Devyn. Do you think that the Bloodline got their idea from his?
Oh, yeah, they had to have. I mean, when you see James Mitchell with the handcuffing Glacier, I mean, it has to be where Paul Heyman got his idea.
And another thing, Devyn, was this your favorite Wrath match?
My favorite Wrath
match? I'm not talking Canyon. Wrath. Oh, wait, he was Mortis.
Mortis.
Yeah, I'll give it to him. This is my favorite.
So, Chris Canyon.
Yes. Mortis.
Mortis, whatever. Do y'all think he could have been something big today?
Yeah. I thought he had the right look.
Hey, man, Mike, awesome.
Yeah, he could have.
He had the right look. Do you think he had the right ring work?
Oh, yeah.
He could go in the ring.
I'll tell you, man, what a sad story that was. And I know you already talked about it a little bit, but I didn't really know how big it was until I saw the Dark Side of the Ring episode. I mean, I knew him, but I didn't know all that. Man. And then James Vandenberg was in that whole episode. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
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 I mean, somebody like him right now, if he was his age right now, and like in this world, whether AEW or WWE, I think he'd be maybe not world heavyweight champion, but he'd be mid-card champion.
Just the impact alone that he's had on some of the guys in the business, like the Young Bucks and Brian Cage. Like, I think he would flourish in today's work. Like,
I was about to say, you look at Brian Cage, he's a big guy that moves like all crazy. Like
I get pissed off that he doesn't get a bigger push. I put it on.
I have
Twitter
no idea
yesterday.
why. I don't know if people think, oh, he just roided up freak, like, which he's not, but like the looks.
Andrew Hermes thinks
he's not getting the biggest
awful.
push of all time.
He went off on me. Andrew's my buddy. He just said he just doesn't think he does anything right, but he is injury prone. That was one thing I did take from what Andrew told me. But I do.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what though.
How often did he get that injured? Because he was out there trained, like when they did what was the fucking movie they did? Ready to Rumble?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it was? He was the one doing all the stunts. He was the one that was training all of them to do that. He wasn't that injury prone for it. He got what he got because of what happened to him.
Right.
Hey, this was 2 matches we covered with 3-man booths.
Yep. But I also want to mention, I thought Brian Clark, even though he had this rule of wrath, I thought he was an impressive looking guy out there. He was a big guy. I think he had like kind of almost as tall as Diesel out there.
He
obviously
did.
He's not Kevin Nash, but he was almost as big as him. He was an impressive guy. He looked overpowered, Glacier.
You think he could have worked today?
Yeah. Then that look, yes. But
and
he
that
needed to do more than
what you seen on TV when you watched that pay-per-view come up today.
When I see Bryan Adams, I see Lance Archer today.
Yeah, but what about the Omos, whatever the fuck?
Wow, that's like add another foot to Bryan Adams.
Yeah, but he's big, he's powerful.
Brian Clark.
Well,
sorry, wrong one.
Yeah, I got confused. I'm looking at my notes if I read it wrong.
I was just
are we doing questions or something? What are we doing right now?
No, it's just me asking a question, like asking the difference between the two.
Almost can't wrestle, the other ones can. Boom.
I do have a couple questions. They're not major questions, but Bryant, actually, Bryant's question isn't a question at all. It's an F
professional podcast.
It's an F Mary kill. Brian Haremza between Glacier, Wrath, and Mortis. I have an F Mary kill coming up, Bryant. I mean, it's kind of what is this, amateur hour?
Hey, never mind. I'm not gonna go there.
And then
I was gonna answer it. Never mind, go ahead.
Ted the Hillbilly Hill says, does Tugboat beat Glacier or would Glacier sink Tugboat?
Boom.
Titanic joke.
Glacier sinks Tugboat.
All right, guys. Thanks for playing.
I wish he was in his prime right now.
You wouldn't fuck Glacier because it's cold.
Yeah. Do you think the gimmick hurt him?
Yes.
Like 100%. Like, is that what hurt him the most? I mean,
I think so. I think we've discussed that.
All right, I just want to put an end to this rivalry real quick. 2 months later, Glacier and Ernest the Cat Miller would lose to Wrath and Mortis, and Glacier would never be seen on Nitro again.
There it is.
He said,
thanks a lot,
I'm tired of losing.
That was his first and only ever loss.
So he lost one time and he was out and done.
Glacier's the OG Goldberg.
What a fucking dick.
Oh my, I was not going to say that after you wrote that down. I was not saying that.
What a dick. I'm gonna lose. Oh, I'm losing. I lost. I ain't never coming back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Drunk Mike has entered the building. Ladies and gentlemen.
What better way to keep the jokes flowing?
Hey.
God damn, we've talked about this enough.
No, the only thing that would have happened, like that would have been greater than this, is if Goldberg would never showed up after Kevin Nash beat him.
All I can say is this: I can't wait for Mike's meat minute. Back to you, James.
Oh my!
Adam, please, God, save this episode with some jokes. It's the hottest rising section in wrestling podcast today. It's not even wrestling. It's Adam with a waka waka waka. So Adam, man, get us a laughing again because we're all froze on that last match.
Oh, that's wrong notebook.
Son of a bitch. Do you have the joke one? Okay, good.
That was the wrong one. I got it.
Yeah. Oh, it didn't disappear? Boom.
No, I actually found
Thank
it.
you,
It went
guys.
behind the bed somehow. Oh man, so it's a couple of things that I was looking over, and this one kind of caught my eye, and it says, I was in bed and I said to myself, "Hey Siri." What?
Self?
All right, so let's try this again. I think drunk Brad just showed up. But I said, I was in bed and I said to myself, "Hey Siri, why am I so bad with women?" And she said, "This is Alexa, dumbass."
Oh.
So I think I answered the wrong question.
That's a good one.
Ah.
Got it.
All right, so
God damn it, that got all over Devyn.
Waka waka.
I was reading over my emails the other day and I got an email that explained how to read maps backwards. It was spam.
Yeah. I like that one, actually.
All right, so this is more of a thing that I realized. I was reading about it, and it said humans are afraid of getting bit by spiders, even though humans have more teeth. But spiders are afraid of getting stepped on from humans, even though they have more legs than humans.
Mm.
You ever realize that? I've never thought about that. Until you read it, you're like, oh, damn, that makes perfect sense.
Right? Why do you park in a driveway and drive in a parkway?
There we go. I like that one. That's an old one. That's a good one.
Right.
And,
Supplies. Oh, wrong week.
all right, so I was thinking about stuff in the past, and I realized my Viagra addiction was the hardest time of my life.
Shout out. Yeah.
So I like that one. I figured I'd end with that one. That was a pretty damn good one.
I do like that one.
So I'm gonna keep it short.
That.
I'm gonna keep it short with 4 today.
Oh, yeah? Keep it a hard 4.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you hit something way hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hit Owen Hart. Sorry, Lash.
Adam, you
My
got to
fault.
take the beanie off in your segment, man. Give the people what they want. You can put it right back on, and we'll just keep flowing. There it is.
There it is. The hair is a flowing.
There we go.
Welcome to the Kick Out Crew.
Not time to
the
get
hair
cut.
pursuit.
Well, hey, everybody loves Adam's hair. It's over. Some would say, they want to fuck him because of his hair. What better way to say
Yeah,
it?
Anthony Powers.
Adam's hair's out. Brad, take it away.
All right, so I was actually going to do, because of the Wrath and Mortis and whatever other guy, Glacier match, I was going to do the Mortal Kombat edition of this. Man, I am not doing it. And I'm going to tell you why I'm not doing it, because I couldn't pronounce half the names and I didn't want to look like an asshole. So we're just going to go gimmicks. So for women, it's a little more complicated. They're not as stupid as the man gimmicks. We're going to go with silly man gimmicks, but we're going to go with the women gimmicks as well. So I want you to remember, you got to, if you're going to do this, you got to do it in gimmick. I don't care who's playing them. It's the gimmick, Mike. So I'm going to have to tell you who it is with the one, and then I'll tell you what the part she played. So it was Daphne. She played the governor. Alexa Bliss plays whatever demon that is. And then Ivory, the Ivory character from Right to Censor. Devyn, Ivory from Right to Censor. Remember when Ivory was Right to Censor with the glass?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, everybody remembers that.
What was the first one again?
Daphne. She has recently passed, but she played a nice part, a governor. You might want to Google that real quick, huh?
Yep, I remember Daphne.
Right.
Yep. She was psycho, crazy. That gimmick was nuts. And I think that I'm going to have to marry that, to be honest. Then it's going with Alexa Bliss. That demon character, until I've seen all the freaking black goo come out, she's going to be the fuck. And then I'm sorry, but Ivory, I can't stand that theme music, and if you're gonna play that every time you go to bed, you're gonna have to be killed.
All right, Mike.
We know my answer on this one. I'm marrying Alexa Bliss.
Right, but it's not Alexa Bliss. You got to marry the demon. All right, so let's remember that. She's
I'm
never going to be
marrying
Alexa Bliss again.
and then I can fuck her all day, every day, any day, every day.
You know that doll's going to be there, right?
I don't give a fuck. Alexa Bliss is there. I'm good.
Okay.
It can watch. It can watch. Hey.
Oh, it's gonna watch.
I'll put a phone in its hand,
and then you talk to her like the Fiend. Let me in.
Yeah, and then he's
damn right. Oh, Alexa Bliss, number one.
Yeah,
top.
Sorry, you're marrying her. Great.
Yep, marrying her, and then we got Daphne and who else?
Ivory from Right to Censor.
Oh, Ivory's dead. Ivory's dead, and Daphne, I'm fucking with Alexa Bliss because Alexa Bliss is gonna be great with me having that way, and yep, perfect day for me.
All right,
I want to throw you a curveball.
Ooh,
I can hit it.
So I'm effing Daphne, the governor, effing her because psycho, just like Devyn said. I love that stuff. I'm marrying Ivory from Right to Censor because I love the librarian type look with the uniform, glasses, and I'm killing Alexa Bliss's demon, whatever, because
fuck you.
I don't want that. I don't want me and her to be doing whatever, and the dog come and kill me behind my back.
Very good, Adam.
The dog's gonna join. That's all I gotta say.
That's
right.
You
not
weird.
That is not helping.
Made it weird.
All right, James.
So I'm marrying Alexa Bliss because hello, I know you're married, or I'm sorry, whatever demon. I mean, hey,
she's never gonna be normal again.
Well, here's the thing, Brad. Women are fucking nightmares most of the time anyway. So you might as well.
Hear that, ladies? Be single.
Oh yeah, because he hates women. Yeah, there it is. Comes back full circle. Hell of an episode right here. But no, it's just a joke. But aren't all women kind of sort of possessed? So I guess the Alexa character is good. I'm gonna go with the Right to Censor. Because there's something about just a straight up bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like you just like an anger bang. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of an anger bang. Like because I'm kind of I wouldn't say I'm the Right to Censor type of person. And then you like it's an opposites attract type deal. And I'm like gonna anger bang her. So that's cool. And I guess I would leave Daphne on the outs. No disrespects. But yeah, anger banging I'm anger banging Right to Censor number one. That's like Austin Stunning McMahon.
Anger banger.
Yeah, hey, we've all been there.
My answer is going to be very
angry bang. Hashtag angry bang.
Yeah, if you guys would also fuck Ivory from Right to Censor, drop a hashtag anger banger on this episode.
Anger bang, not banger. Just anger bang.
So for similar,
it don't fucking matter.
Yeah, hell, drop them both. Fuck, you got 140 characters, drop them both.
Yeah.
For the very same reasons for Adam almost. I'm killing Alexa Bliss.
What?
Fuck you.
Yeah, I'm killing Alexa Bliss. Well, I'm killing the demon, whatever it is, with the doll.
Me and Mike joining that cult. We both married. Yeah, whatever.
I like the crazy woman.
You're doing what, baby? You're praising the devil?
All three of them are crazy. All three of them are crazy. So let's get that out of the way. All three of them, the characters. I'm going with the governor. I'm going to bang the governor. Fuck the governor. And I am marrying Ivory, the Right to Censor Ivory, because I want the striptease at night from the glasses and the bun. I want it to come down. I want the glasses off because she gets freaky at night.
Ooh,
the
freaks come
bitch
out
always
at night.
does.
You
Librarians, shout out. All right. So let's go to the gentleman.
Oh, y'all can both take off your glasses and not know each other. Like you can't see each other, so that's even better. Like you're sleeping with.
Even better if she can't see me, right?
Boom.
Let's go with the men, and this is going to be Well, I would like to say the word hard, but yeah, I don't think it'd be hard after I name them. Repo Man. So these are bad gimmicks.
I
We're
love
fucking
Repo Man.
the job, though, right?
Oh yeah.
Like we're fucking the gimmick.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Gotcha.
Isaac Yankum, DDS, and finally
Yeah.
Disco Inferno. Devyn,
Ooh.
let's go, buddy.
All right.
Yes.
So I'm gonna
We
start
gotta get
with
Adam's answer on this one.
I got this easy.
Isaac Yankum is who I'm marrying. Free
Most
dental work for
excited
life.
Adam's ever
Hell
been on an
yeah.
episode.
Free dental work for life. That's who you're married.
I'm fucking
That's your answer.
I'm fucking Disco because he's got that disco fever. He probably boogie onto the bedroom. You know what I mean? Not a process of elimination. Nothing against you, but I don't want you stealing my underwear or something weird. So Repo Man, you got to go.
Great
Hey,
answer.
repo
Devyn.
underwear?
I don't know what he
You
repos. He
Northeastern
repoed Bret Hart's
dudes, man, y'all
jacket.
crazy.
All right, Mike.
I'm here to collect on those boxers. Load them up.
He
I'm
stole
going
Macho
to-
Man's hat.
Will you shut the fuck up so I can talk?
Oh yeah.
You just finished your
Coming
beer.
from you. Sorry, Mike.
You
Remember
just
when-
swallowed your beer like you've been waiting to talk.
Remember when he was the mute of the show, as he was called? Those days are over.
I'm gonna marry the Repo Man. You know why?
No,
Because he's gonna repo your shit and it's gonna belong to me.
that's good.
Ah.
There you go.
You took
And
mine,
then,
you asshole.
The what?
That was my reasoning, you asshole.
Oh, he
He said-
repoed
you
your
took- he
idea?
said-
Hey-o.
Great
I thought he
minds
said
think
he
alike.
took your asshole.
And then so we got Repo Man.
He's gonna repo your virginity.
That's fine. He can repo that all he wants. All he wants.
Boy.
Who else we got? Repo Man.
Isaac Yankum, Disco Inferno.
Fucking killed Disco Inferno. And I'll fuck Isaac Yankum because he's the mayor and I can
Oh, he's not the
blackmail.
mayor.
Not the man.
He's just right now.
Just a scary dentist.
Oh, fuck. I'll still fuck him. Because
Because what the fuck?
fuck Disco Inferno. Fuck him. That's all he does.
I'm
He ain't got
effing Disco because he can shake his booty, baby. He can shake that booty. So we can have a lot of fun there. I'm marrying Repo Man because he can repo all y'all's cars and I'll be driving y'all shit going down the road, baby. Like repo
Damn
that
right.
Hummer.
09 Ford Taurus.
Yeah, I'll repo that shit.
Pretty spacey,
then-
but yeah.
6'4" Impala.
And then I'm killing Isaac Yankum because he's just got a dirty mouth. I don't want to be nowhere near that.
Ugh.
You got a dirty mouth.
Good.
All right, James.
So, is Isaac Yankum a legit good dentist? Or is he
You're gonna
just
have to
going to
ask.
fuck up my teeth, though?
I think he's an evil.
Well, we
dentist.
don't know. We have not seen any of his work.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he
I-
is
We
a
have not
dentist.
seen
Well, you saw Jerry Lawler. Jerry Lawler was his patient.
Like, is
Listen,
he just
he's
going
no
to take
Britt Baker.
Is he
He's no
going to
Britt
take a
Baker.
mallet and just fucking bust out my teeth? Because I would
I
like
don't
to
think-
marry a dentist so I can have good teeth all the time, man. I grind my
Unconventional
teeth in my
methods.
sleep.
Unconventional methods.
That's why I picked it.
Yeah, I grind my teeth in my sleep. Like, it'd be cool to have all dental work. You know, you have to eat as a human being to survive. So, chompers are a pretty big deal, you know? So, assuming he's not going to sabotage my teeth, I
Okay,
would marry
he,
the
he can
dentist.
take all your teeth and pull them out and give you fake ones.
Okay, even better. They don't fucking rot or get cavities or anything. So, yeah, that'd be
Exactly.
awesome. So, I'm doing I guess I'm marrying the dentist, assuming he's going to be
Yeah.
good. I'm fucking, what was it again? What was it?
Repo Man, and
Done.
Disco.
Oh, fucking Disco, because, I mean,
You're
Whatever.
fucking Disco.
yeah. Because Repo Man's the dead one. Like, I don't,
He runs a strip club. He has AIDS or some shit.
What
You
the
can't
fuck?
just assume that, Mike.
my God. This is like,
Where are we at in this episode?
yeah, so there it is. I'm
God.
marrying the dentist,
9:14.
hopefully, for the long time dental. I'm fucking the little shake your ass whore because that's what he is, I guess, you know. Has a lot of opinions about getting over when he couldn't do it himself. That being said,
That's the character.
And I'm good. Oh, okay. Did he have that character when he went everywhere else? I'll be damned. Or did he use that character to book himself everywhere else? Hey, think about that one. Oh, it was the character. By the way, Disco Inferno doing autograph signings and blah, blah, blah. Man, there you go.
What I just do?
There you go. Yeah, I'm just sorry.
Well, which one of the 3 gimmicks are we still talking about today?
Exactly.
Yeah, that one.
Hey, I'm gonna cock-a-doodle-doo on through this segment, you know. And to killing the Repo Man. And yeah. So good.
All right, I'm killing the Repo Man as well. I'm fucking Isaac Yankem, but only from behind because he's got that dirty ass mouth.
True.
That was good.
It was disgusting. Like, the way that they portrayed him was fucking gross. His teeth look fucking gross.
And I'm sorry, Disco Inferno, just by process of elimination here of these 3, he's the one you're marrying. What are we looking at here? We have that guy in the freaking mask running around. Woo! He kind of looks like the Blue Meanie in that mask. Then you have Isaac.
Oh, no.
You need teeth unless you're gonna puree your shit when you get older. You need teeth.
Look, I love the Blue Meanie, but I don't want to fuck him.
That's fair.
I love him though. Great
Boy,
guy.
I had a deep cut on one of our friends, but I'm gonna save that one.
Sorensen?
Because we had no, Brad. We don't need to make jokes that only we know. You know, one of our listeners, Bober, said that. Oh, you don't do inside jokes that only we know. Well, what if they're funny? Boom. Shout out Bober. There's your mention. But hey, when I'm shouting out Bober, not all of our fans know him. So is that me like contradicting?
Hey, that's an inside joke. Don't talk about Bober anymore.
Exactly. We're caught in the circle now.
And I'm so glad I asked for help. Anyway, back to you, James.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, Brad. That was good stuff. And, nothing like some good FMKs with Brad. And I guess that brings us on down to, what really is driving the needle? What are the people paying attention to? And then for that, we turn to Devyn for his Devyn's demographics. So, Devyn, what do you have for us this week?
All right, so for my Devyn's demographic of the week, recently in professional wrestling, there's a new top free agent available from New Japan Pro Wrestling. The wrestler Kota Ibushi is now a free agent. Kota Ibushi's he's been taking signings all over the world with a bunch of different promotions. I just want to point out 2 big ones that I'm excited for. Kota Ibushi's going to go one-on-one with Speedball Mike Bailey at Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 9 on March 30th. And then just signed, without a date yet, the date hasn't been official, but Kota Ibushi is going to be taking on a professional boxer doing his first ever professional wrestling match, Manny Pacquiao, for Rising Combat Sports.
Damn.
I'm pumped for that. I think it's going to be a hell of a match, and I'm going to watch it on Fight.
So it's a wrestling match or is it a boxing match?
It's going to be a wrestling match. It was announced it's going to be Pacquiao's first ever wrestling match.
Hey, the
Any chance at all it's
Filipino
included
people
Fight
at work
Plus?
are probably pumped.
I'm hoping it is. It's in Rising, RIZIN Combat Sports.
So who do you think is going to win?
Probably Pacquiao. I mean, Ibushi is one of the greatest wrestlers in the world. I imagine he'll put over the boxer, but I'm excited.
No, that's interesting though. It's definitely a different way of
it's great.
looking. I'm interested. Devyn.
Yeah.
Look at you, Devyn.
I think I might want to watch.
You and your demographics.
Hey, he's in the know, man. That's what's
He is in the know.
The undercurrent of that's what the Devyn's demographic is what are people talking about? You know what I'm saying?
What's the people my age in the wrestling atmosphere digging right now?
Yeah.
That is Kota Ibushi.
Not a guy. What if a guy came out dressed like Sub-Zero and had fucking fake snow fall from the ceiling?
Yeah, that guy would be over today.
Would that be your demographic?
Over.
If the fans loved it, maybe.
That's what I'm asking you.
Killing it, then it probably would be. As of right now, I'll stick with Kota Ibushi, Speedball Mike Bailey, and the legend Filipino boxer Manny Pacquiao.
Well, you know how we feel about Speedball here. He is the man.
Yeah, I love him. He's
Hey,
great.
A hell of an
Summit,
athlete.
what? 2 times at that weekend,
He is-
Friday and
he
Saturday.
is freaking
Or I mean
tremendous.
Thursday when the shows, aired.
Yeah, I'm sure you saw him all month.
Thursday.
That's the way they do it there, right?
Yeah, they actually did that. Fucking, they took the rings or the ropes down, and they had that like fucking whatever,
The fight
MMA
pit.
match.
I was watching that. I was looking for you guys.
And what?
I didn't see it
Okay.
when they took the ropes down at
Oh
Impact.
yeah, we were there. Yeah, we were there.
Really? I didn't know.
Good
You can see us.
Fucking guy.
You're all about that in our archives.
I called him Socrates at the beginning, man. Set it up. Set it up.
Yeah, we were there. We got live heat there. Kick out crew did.
James, you know what's next?
Devyn, is that the
That was it, brother.
that's what the people are watching?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
hey,
what
when
my
you're
age is
watching
loving
shit,
right now.
what better thing to do than eat some shit? So it's another one of a rising segments in wrestling podcast. Is we all love watching wrestling, and we're all gonna chow down some food while doing it. So Mike, what you got for us this week on Mike's Meat Minute?
What about some smoked air fried wings?
How about that?
So here's what you do. Quick and easy. Take some wings, like your buffalo wings, everything else. Put them on a smoker. 45 minutes. Lowest cook you can. Just smoke that flavor on there. And then you take them, put them in an air fryer, put them on there for 10 minutes. Let them air fry. After 10 minutes is done, you flip them up, put them on there for another 10 minutes. Let them cook. Add your sauce, and they're perfect. Smoke, they have a little bit of smoke taste, have a little bit of air fried taste.
Yeah, that
And they're
crunch.
perfect. Yep, now that crunch and that smoke taste on there, it's perfect.
I like it. It sounds
So,
good.
Smoked, air fried wings. That's my gimmick tonight.
And it's in the name. Smoked and air fried.
Smoked, air fried.
I'm game.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have it
See?
at the Super Bowl.
You were talking shit
Oh, I knew you were going to say
an
that.
hour ago.
God, I knew you were
I
going
don't want
to
my
say
3 minute.
Mike, I love you, man. What are we doing?
I don't know.
that. I knew Brad was going to be like, oh,
Yeah, I want some smoked wings and
Perfect
some.
for the Super Bowl.
I don't know. What are
Listen,
you having while you're watching the other
it-
teams play, Devyn?
Yeah, it's
I'm
Super
not
Bowl
watching
season.
this Sunday.
It's
Yes,
Super
you
Bowl
are.
season, so you gotta try it.
Rihanna will be there.
Good for her.
Mike,
Oh,
is this
yeah.
what you
Hey, I heard she may bring out Jay-Z, though. I'll be watching. Shout out.
You're gonna
Ooh.
watch. It's freaking Super Bowl.
I'm not going to watch the fucking Eagles in the Super Bowl. Are you
Hey,
serious?
fuck y'all, Devin.
I
Talk.
didn't watch them last time.
Mike, is a little inside baseball. Is this the picture that you sent us earlier in the week of those wings on
Yes.
the grill?
With the wings, when I spent damn $20
There was
fucking dollars on
$20
When you smoked them and
for
then air fried them?
15 wings.
on 15 fucking wings, yes.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
gosh.
Don't get
There's a
me
wing
fucking
shortage.
started on this topic. Me and a couple of friends, my buddy Brandon I mentioned, we went out to lunch one day.
Fucking
we got a
stupid.
pound of wings.
$15 wings for $20 fucking dollars.
A pound of wings that said market price on the menu. Like, hey, fuck it, I'll get a pound of wings, and whatever sauce. Bring it out in one of those metal bowl things with like soup. I mean, it's like the sauce is like an inch thick at the bottom. And then 5 wings. It was 5
wings.
I paid for a pound of wings. I got 5 of them, and that
Yeah.
was $15.
Tough time.
So when
tough
me,
time.
Mike, and Adam were in Atlanta, and I got some wings, I was like, "Holy shit!" They brought out like 12 wings. I was like, "Damn, $15! You
Yeah.
actually do get 12 wings, not 5 in some soup." I mean, what the fuck?
Wait, I got a question. Do you guys have wings to go out your way?
Not here.
It's like a
They
chain.
did in,
No.
Oklahoma. They did.
Well, so I'm going to tell you something. I got them. They're good. I mean, for a chain, I think they're pretty good. I'm a picky wing guy. 12 for $14.95. I was like, don't they know about the wing shortage? Like, of all places, that used to be the most expensive place to get wings. They kept their prices.
When I lived in Florida, there was a place
right?
called Wingstop.
Yeah.
Or Wing Zone, or
they're selling thighs.
Wing Zone or Wingstop
Yeah,
or something.
Troy
like
Aikman's a spokesperson. Shout out Dallas.
Yeah,
like
some
I got his jersey right there. This guy, right there, number 8.
But apparently they had like 100 different flavor of wings they could do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but they still suck. Fuck them.
Hell yeah. It doesn't suck? Mike's smoked and air fried wings.
Exactly.
This week on Mike's
Smoke
Music.
them, put them on a smoker, let them smoke for 45 minutes to an hour, throw them in the air fryer, put them on there for 10 minutes, flip them, another 10 minutes, and you're done. Those bitches are good.
We keep it simple here on the Kickout Crew. It's in the name.
Yeah,
Smoke,
right.
air fried wings. Boom.
Smoke them in that air fryer.
Smoke them if you got them.
Hey-o.
Yes, sir.
Wait till you hear next week's Mike's Meat Minute.
Can't wait. That's a teaser right there. What better way to end that? Hey, can't wait till next week, Mike. So,
yeah, why don't you fix your hair? You want a brush?
Nah, it need a comb, man. Brush is too thick. But, well, because I got this one curl just hanging out. It's on this side. This one curl is just like hanging out by itself. But, yeah, speaking of next week, Mike, that's a good transition because what is next week, Brad?
Next week, we're going with guys that used to be tag teams that are now wrestling each other is what we're trying next week. So
tag team rivalries.
No, we're not using that word anymore. The rivalry word is
tag team split.
Splits. Yeah. There you go. So it's Marty Jannetty versus Shawn Michaels, Royal Rumble 1993. And we have Christian versus Edge, Rebellion 2001. And we have
can't
guests
cover
of the
WrestleMania? Rock and Sock or, Stone Cold?
Mr. Gallagher will be joining the show. Long-awaited guest.
Oh, you're talking about legit tag teams that split up and battle each other.
Yeah,
not the Vince McMahon threw them together and then split them up type thing.
Real tag teams that split later. Yeah.
I'll be damned. Yeah, our buddy. Man, this curl is driving me insane. And the game's on opposite.
Good time to do it. Good time.
Right, and all it did was make it worse. But yeah, our buddy Gallagher will definitely be joining us for that, and it'll be fun stuff because it's your show, so we love to have guests. If you want to be a part of the show,
and he's the first timer.
Correct. So if you want to be part of the show, reach out to us because it's hard for us to reach out to you. And supposedly people have reached out to me, and I completely blanked it, so I apologize for that. Yeah, found that out this week. Like, oh fuck, he did reach out.
Shout out, Mr. McClay.
Yeah, shout out Dave. Hey, we're homies, man.
Reach out to Brad. Message Brad. Text Brad.
Message Adam. Adam's in charge of the guests.
Message Adam or Brad. Do not message or talk to me because I'm not going to remember it, number one. And number two, like, I'm not the professional one of this. So,
yeah, Brad is.
You can reach out to us for sure.
Adam's a guest.
We love having guests, man. We love having people on, man. It's your show. That's what makes it
Brad,
fun.
You guess?
Yeah. That's what makes it fun. And we want everybody else to have fun because, like, with the banter that we have, we just want everybody to relax, have a good time, and fucking laugh because that's what we're meant to do here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's your show.
It is your show.
It's
People
your show.
will definitely shitty comments to your face. And hey, sometimes you just got to deal with it. And, you can escape with your show. Because, as they say, so I've heard, life will get you down. It will try to beat you to the fucking ground. It's not all sunshine and daisies. Life is meant to fucking tear you apart. But you know what? Life is also meant to build you up like a phoenix. And you're meant here to do something great. So no matter how the lowest of lows are, it means that the only way to go is up to the highest of highs. So when you feel that life is beating you down and it goes for that pin, you make it a fucking false finish. You know why? Because you kick out at 2. Because that's what we do. That's what you do. And that's what we all need to do, baby. You know why? Because we're the Kick Out Crew. Can't fuck with us. I want to thank everybody for a good episode. This was a lot of fun. And hope everybody has a kick-ass week. We will see you next time. Peace.
Peace.